We're live for a road trip. Ooh, let me take off my jacket. We're live. It's working. Oh, how will I know? I think so. Dang chat. Oh, we are live. We even have viewers. Luxury. Wow. Right. Ooh. Just realized we might. Ah. I spent all my day testing a very promising new bonding service, realizing that the system has huge potential, so convenient, but we need more hardware for it to work well. It will work, but not well without more hardware. So that's exciting. Only $500 to spend, only. But then we get a super cool modem. Why is it super cool? Because it's one box that uses like 8 watts or so. They can have 2 SIM cards. It has dual modems, and you can put the connections together within that box and share it over Wi-Fi. You can also plug in up to 2 external modems, or like if you have a home Wi-Fi, or if you like have the 2 modems we already have, we can connect them to it as well and bond all of the connections with a promise of upwards of 180 megabits connection, which is pretty sick. The stuff we have now was supposed to be able to do 10 megabits, which would have been enough for streaming, but it's the device keeps crashing, and I've been in contact with the support office trying to figure out why. And they sort of come back saying, yeah, that will happen. Which is interesting. I mean, they're saying that it works, but up to 10 megabits. Or that it's capped at 10 megabits. But it's not really capped at 10 megabits. It can do 10 megabits, but it can't do it reliably. That it's meant to be used for very basic IoT deployment, where reliability is the key, not the speed. So I bet I just overload it by trying to stream from it, which is acceptable. That's not why we bought the gear. So this was a feature I didn't know existed within it, but it does. It's just a little too slow for it. But the tech behind it is super cool. What I think is best with it is that if you run something like a Bella box for streaming, or a LiveView Solo for streaming, you take all of the modems and you plug them into the device, and the device bonds, which is connecting the internet together for a stronger signal, and it gives your streaming device good internet. But as soon as you want to use your phone for chat or web browsing or whatever, say your phone is one of the data connections sharing it to your streaming device, if this device happens to have a bad connection for this area, I cannot use the internet on it. Whilst maybe on one of my modems I have a really strong connection, so the stream is perfect, but I can't do things on the phone. What this system does, it's creating a hotspot of all of the connections, and you could plug your streaming device, which in this case is a computer. You can plug the computer on network cable or on Wi-Fi, and your phone, you can put it on Wi-Fi, you can have your laptop put it on Wi-Fi, and they will all be using that bonded connection, basically relying on the strongest individual connection. Or if it's a really bad area where you have, say, 4 SIM cards and all of them have a very weak... Other side! Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. They were far away. And then take out those 4 connections and put them together into one stronger. Just want to make sure they're going in on the right side of the car. Why did I take off my jacket? Now I have to sort of not leave the car. Sorry, jacket, I mean shoes, because I can't leave the car. I realized I might have put some stuff in Ebba's chair. No, I didn't. No, it's not. Let's see if they go to the right side. Other side! No! No! Other side! Other side!
Sorry. I thought you were testing sound or something.
Close the door.
Okay.
I tried.
I'm used to you just shouting random shit.
Well, why?
What?
Why listen to it? That's true.
You're always making noise. Wow, I thought you were sound testing.
Yeah.
I don't
Testing.
know why you would even do that.
I was testing your ear holes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're just shouting for fun, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, Ebba!
Oh, a cable.
Was there a cable in the seat?
No.
Or did you grab one?
You grabbed it.
That's okay.
Yeah. And don't put it in your mouth. Is it a snake?
Oh, it's a little snake.
A snaky cable. Oh no. Okay, get the hand through. There, now you can grab it. And the other hand. Good job. And there we are. Yes, okay. You putting them together? Oh. I don't think it likes that very much. Johannes, is there a problem if he shoves the lightning contact into the USB contact?
On the cable?
Yeah. It's also the only cable that the 6 works with. So we might not want to fuck it up.
Give him the flashlight.
Oh! Yeah. Whoa.
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 Wow. Do you want to go on a car ride, Ebba?
Yes, and we're gonna get you your bus. Daddy? Oh no, I'll get it. I'll get you the bus, okay? I'm gonna just... Light.
Nannerham __ said I wanna go on a car ride.
Nannerham __ Hi, Nana.
Is that a nanner?
It is.
Whoa, fish eye, fuck. Ebba, I got your bus right here.
Let's go, Ebba.
How was your day in preschool, Ebba?
Was it Melinda you picked up?
Yeah.
Was Ebba the only
bus. Nope, there was another kid there.
kid? Lucky.
Yeah.
Because then it's no biggie at all.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's like keeping them waiting. That's always a bad thing.
I don't know what's up with people. If they get paid to be at work, you know, overtime and all of that, they still get upset.
Well, they have lives and plans, and they're like, if you're set on something, it's very hard it's hard to have that change out of your control. Like if you decide for it, that's one thing, but if it's like, now that person is late, so I have to stay, and then it causes some bad feelings. I get it. I totally get it.
But I also wish it wasn't so.
How great would it be if we were all super positive and never got upset about anyone else's wrongdoings
Right?
in our perceived
Right?
slice?
So
That would be
good.
fantastic. Which, speaking of, I've so much lately managed to just completely process on my own and then ignore or just let it go
So
when people have been saying anything that bothers me, instead of like confronting them about it, because I'm like, no, I don't. Like, if it's too much of a bother, then I can always ban them. But if they're just being a little annoying, I can ignore it. I truly can ignore it. And often they'll stop being annoying. And if they don't, then I get to smile. It's like, I feel like I've been able to, there's been so many things that I've been able to just
So
let
big.
go, and that feels so good.
So big.
I have not been able to do that in the past.
No.
I would have gotten so triggered. Or just ban them immediately because I didn't agree with them.
So what I've picked up on is that negative comments get more airtime than the positive.
Yeah.
And you even sometimes get so consumed that you miss the positives.
Yeah.
But you don't
No.
now.
I kind of just let it.
unlocked it.
I kind of just let it run its course, and instead I'm like curiously looking at like how other people are reacting.
Yeah, and isn't it better that mods sort of say that we shouldn't hate on each other when the White Knights storm in on their horses?
I don't need to prove myself to anyone, and I don't care what they think. And if I don't need to correct them, because it truly does not matter to me anymore. And that's a huge step. Like, I still, just I talked about, like, you
do
have
me a
your new
favor?
mindset. You have a new, what?
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah, absolutely.
And check the fluid in the radiator. So I presume it's like on the minimum, but I mean it could be way below minimum.
We
It's
forgot it,
open.
and now we haven't brought any?
You might have in the back.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but it's probably fine. But I figured I don't have shoes on, that's why I asked you. On the left side. On the left side for you. You can see it on the outside of the. You don't open it. You just look on the sight glass on the side. Sort of between. You don't open it. You do not open it. You can see the level. It has a min-max sight glass on the side of the vessel.
It's below min. This much below.
So if you see the whole top min, like, so on that scale, how
Yes.
far?
Here's the scale. It's here.
Yeah, so we should
That
refill it.
is not good.
We should refill it. Close. Thank you. It's better. Better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be fine. It's like there's some leeway, some headroom.
Yeah, but let's
But it's better to
let's
make
not
sure.
mess with the car.
It's not advisable to open the overflow.
Yeah, I thought I had to
because
open it to see for some reason. I don't know why I thought that.
The risk is that if
it's-
it's boiling water,
Yep.
right, it can shoot up in your face.
That would be
You
not
can get
great.
Burns.
Yes.
That's why I shouted so unpleasantly. Now the engine is barely warm, so.
That's why I was like, it's not going to be a problem. But I didn't.
So you were aware?
Yeah, I was, and I looked at it, and I was like hesitant, but I was like, oh, it's probably fine, because I thought I don't know why I thought there would be like the oil. I know that it's
like a dipstick.
It's been a while since I looked at it. So. It's been over a year since I studied this stuff, so apparently the brain has decided to forget that stuff. Chocolate?
No, thank you.
But chocolate. It's dark chocolate, baby. Do you still want? Here you go. The wide angle is so funny.
It is. It would be probably a better view if we had it up in the corner with the wide angle lens. So that's where the little dog hole is. In the white.
Huh.
Oh no! Oh wait, that's been there forever.
Yeah. That's been there since the storm. Since auto. It's really good to see you, Nanner. I thought about you the other day. I was thinking about you and thinking about how you guys were doing.
What to snack on?
Dark chocolate. I also brought a bunch of other snacks for today's road trip and tomorrow's.
I've been hiding.
You've been hiding? On purpose? That makes me think that, like, that you haven't been active makes me think either that you're very busy, but when friends disappear, I always go to, like, they might be struggling, because I know how easy it is to, like,
Just feeling myself and vibing with Royal.
that's good. I'm glad. It can so often be when people disappear and they're, like, very quiet for a while, that they have been struggling and just not, you know, wanting to socialize, and I can relate to that. I'm glad it's not that. You're just feeling yourself and vibing. That's awesome.
Chatrine said drive safe. See you soon, throwing kisses.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you. We will. See you
Vilstig
soon.
said good day.
Hi, Vilstige. Nanner, I have to tell you the fun news. I have been given Tuesdays and Fridays.
Abraham __ said doing my hair and watching TV while pampering myself. A deep recharge, basically.
That's great. Deep recharge. That sounds good. I'm glad you're taking care of yourself. Self-care is so important. And to cut down on the stressors of life and adding more of the things that make us happy and relaxed. So important. So important. And, yeah. Anyway, I was gonna say, very exciting news I'd love to share with you. I've been given the Twitch Nordic front page slot on Tuesdays and Fridays between 12:30 and 3:30 p.m. So 6 hours a week I'll be on the front page for Nordics. So that's Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. I don't know if Finland is included in the Nordics. But either way, it's really exciting.
Pog.
Very pog. Because I mean, I've changed. I've had like a front page slot, but like there's different priorities, and I've been thinking forever, like for years, that I wanted to reach out and ask, like, hey, could I be bumped up to a better slot? But I just haven't done it. You know, and you can't even what you don't ask for. And since I've been doing the music streams, I've been thinking so much about it, and like reaching out and saying, hey, I'm doing this new thing, and it's really exciting, a new venture, and I think you should promote it. And
let's go
look at the numbers, because like the stream has just been growing and growing and growing these past 3 months. It's been pretty explosive. So like, hi, let's get on this. Get on this.
Did you lock the door on the patio?
I did, and I checked the other door. Awesome. So let's build on this, and you know, and I just haven't gotten around to writing to them. And
do you not want the chocolate? Thank you.
Thank you for giving it back, Ebbe. You know what we do have, Ebbe. We have pear. Do you want some pear? Would you like a chocolate milk? Yeah. Would you like that? Would you like a chocolate milk? Chocolate milk. Yummy.
I have a feeling.
Yeah.
And that is that this trip is gonna be real fun.
Yeah, me too. Ebbe? Ebbe, chocolate milk?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's coming. I'm prepping it for you. I'm shaking it. I'm shaking it real good. Here it comes. Here comes the chalky milk.
To sugary cold sweat smile.
Woo! Oh no! Are you okay? Did you get wet? I even drank a little bit so it wouldn't spill when if he squeezed it. And he seems fine. He seems fine.
This is oatless vegan chocolate milk.
Yeah, it's still us.
Ebbe had a phase because we only drank chocolate milk for the no.
You only drank.
We only drank oat milk
Yeah.
when he was a baby, and like 6 months, a year ago, we started drinking normal milk
That's the
too,
good stuff.
and Ebbe loved it. And now he refuses it and only wants Oatly.
I mean, yeah, it is a lot of sugar. He doesn't get a lot of stuff like this. Just every once in a while. It's one of these has math 15 why is math so hard at the moment? 19 grams of sugar. So I mean,
Like a sugar cube.
huh? 19 grams? No, a sugar cube is like 4 grams. Chat, how many grams does the sugar cube weigh?
Don't you think it's funny how chat calls for Siri to ask those things?
And Siri calls for chat. Wow. Chat, you're my Siri. Though Siri actually is terrible
Oh,
at
man,
Googling stuff. You ask her something, she's like, I couldn't quite catch that. Or it's like, oh, I can't do that.
Wow, the cringe Siri joke the streamer you rated made? Or the guest of the streamer made?
I thought it was pretty funny.
4 grams is the sugar cube.
Because he got me. Because I was like, at first I was like, I got the feeling like he had been a viewer of mine or something. That was my first like, because when he was like, oh my god, thank you for all the years of, and I was like, what? And they're like, oh, helping me answer stuff. I'm like, ah, there it is. So I did not see the comment. It is 4 grams. Yep. So it's like 5 sugar cubes. Yeah,
No,
no,
that's because you're stuck in the American way. You probably use yards to measure things.
you probably use dicks to measure things. Did you see Jack's like, man, Americans will rather use anything to measure with than meters. And this is 344 dicks. Because it's been like on a plank and it's been like cut off out of the plank. 344 dicks long. Anyway. Yes. If you eat 2/3 of this bar, Janice, if you eat 2/3, like this much of the bar, then you have gotten as much sugar as is in one of these.
And sometimes you give him 2 of them.
And usually I'll
I
have
think
like.
you even gave him 3 one time.
No, I did not.
You
I
took
gave him
mine
1.5.
and yours.
No, I gave him 1.5.
That's
No,
how I
it might have been
recall
2 actually. It might have been 2.
As I recall it, you took mine as well.
I
I gave it
sugar
to.
it was.
That was on the way home.
Yeah. And I mean, I usually eat one, maybe 2 pieces, and this whole thing has what? 10 pieces? 4? What?
I just want to see something.
Yeah, it has.
Horror movie.
It has 10
Why is
pieces.
this a horror movie vibe?
10 pieces, so this is 10 grams. So I usually eat 10 to 20 grams of this chocolate, which contains then 3 grams. It's 3 grams of sugar per piece.
Let's talk about sugar cube.
Do you know that the recommended like amount of sugar is like 5 grams of like
Per bite?
I might be wrong, but I think it was something like that. Like of like white, like of processed sugar. Like sugars from fruits and from vegetables, starchy vegetables. Like that's a different thing. Starchy fruits, but from pure like a thing like this, 5 grams. So Heba would be allowed to drink a sixth of this. Yeah, this really needs to be a special occasion sort of thing. And I just
only if you care about yourself.
Which I very much do. And
let's move on.
Anyway,
So we're heading to my grandparents' celebration dinner. They have been married for very many years.
Celebrations.
And it's gonna be fun. It's tomorrow, but we're traveling up after work today to make sure we're there on time and to not have to drive both up and down in the same day. So it's a less than 24-hour trip. Well, maybe 26 hours. So it's just a little adventure.
Nice cocoa hat.
No. I was so tempted to really just.
Said I could hear the light rain in the sounds.
Not anymore. Windows started to fog up.
I'd be snoozing in that car.
A little bit might take a nap.
The banana went on an adventure.
Jack Joe said banana.
Jack, Joe, fun.
Hi, Zach.
Hi, Jack.
I was just talking about you and your meme on Discord.
420 dicks.
Yeah. Americans will use anything to measure. 344 dicks. Removed all the black dye from your hair yesterday. The dye remover, not bleach. I've seen those. So what's your hair color now?
So I've got my natural hair color for the first time since 7th grade.
Wow. How's that feel? Hey, but do you want some pear?
He is probably chilling. You might be in a sugar coma.
No pear. Okay, you can give it to me. It's okay.
Brown and the light makes it shine red.
No pear.
Was it a thing that bothered you when you were younger?
What? Oh, sorry. Sorry, I thought you were talking to me. Sorry.
Her hair. That is 100% only man. Nothing else.
I know. I'm so curious.
You're allowed to be. I don't know why I told you, because it wouldn't have changed anything.
No.
No.
It's about 15 grams of sugar in this bar, in this stick.
Stick to that story.
I have made a trail mix. And I have cut us
Why is it
pear.
called trail mix?
Because you eat it on the trail.
But we're on the road. We call it a road mix.
A road mix. Well, I'm assuming that it got marketed as a like the product was like made to be eat this when you're out.
Yeah, Nana, that was my question.
What's borta?
If it was a fun thing to try out new things, or if you were self-conscious about your natural color. Because I bet that is one of those
Can we
things.
pull over?
As soon as you get a little red, it's something people mock, right? Kids are kids.
A
They
little
don't know.
what? A little.
I think every hair color gets mocked. Maybe
A
not blondes.
little push. What are you saying? A little.
For fun, I get bored of myself.
Okay. We're gonna pull over, Abby. I'll help you.
Ron_ said GTG shop. Might come back later if not having you a nice
Wait, kiddo, did you want me to call you, by the way? Do I remember correctly?
What?
You said something during the stream the other day. I think you had something. I think so.
Said, have a good day, Ron.
How's Jack doing then? Feels like forever since we spoke.
Oh, the bus. Here you go. Was there anything else you needed? Yeah?
Ron_ said yes someday.
Cool.
Banana
Cool,
in the
cool.
front. No, you don't want
Cool, cool. When do you go to bed normally?
I always have tomatoes, and I have some apricots. Apricots still. Okay. You let me know if you need anything else. Are you thirsty at all? You want some water? No. Then I'll go to the front of the car now, okay? And we'll keep driving. Oh, I can fix it. Here we go.
Depends on
It's so
how tired
exciting.
I
We're
am.
going on a road trip to Grandma and Grandpa and Great Grandma and Great Grandpa. Okay, here we go. Now we keep driving. It's so wet outside. It's like the coziest weather. So cozy. Wow. I'm so okay. What? You do?
Jack
What?
said I made the mistake of getting a Wi-Fi security camera and it's being moved. Maybe I'll just run some fiber.
Fiber?
Ron_ said sometimes I fall asleep at 8 p.m. in front of PC. But you can call whenever. Losing connection now.
Bye bye, Kion. Yes, but of course.
You want more banana instead?
No, I don't want anything, thank you.
You want nuts? These nuts?
Nut is included in something.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Water?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I feel I'm like a feeder. I'm trying to peddle snacks on both of you. And you want some of this? I also have tomatoes.
Wow. That is not something.
What a pretty forest. Oh, the lichen.
Do you think the fence is for?
Something small.
I think it's a dirt bike track. And that it has to by law be fenced off to be
Really?
allowed to drive there.
Oh.
It's just a theory.
Every minute. There was a sign there that said
maybe
something. A warning sign and it has text on it. Unusual sign.
Drives distance with things like stores and restaurants. Do you miss being in the city?
Yeah, we live in a small village. We have a pizza shop and a small convenience store and a gas station.
I mean, we live more in a city now than we used to.
Oh, the video. That is intentional for the GoPro, but we're not using the GoPro. Siri, will you do me the honor
Yeah.
of connecting TeamViewer and in OBS audio advanced properties?
Wait, too much information.
Yes. Thank you for telling us, Jack. It's 1.1 second ahead of the video.
Oh, wait. Mac Mini?
Yeah.
What was I doing? OBS?
Advanced audio properties.
I'm changing the play.
Yeah. And remember, you can pinch to zoom.
Right. Wait, how do I?
Click the
like this,
keys.
right?
Yeah.
My makeup is so cute.
You? Mine too. Oh, so pretty.
Wait, I forget how you do it. How do you left click, right click?
No, you can click the little cog with left click, but you hold for left click.
Oh, I found it.
Right click, I mean.
Cool. So what am I changing?
It says 1100 somewhere.
Blackmagic device 1100. Yeah. I'll set that to 0 then.
Yes, please. You know, it's like Twitch users are so used to tech issues that no one thinks of it.
No, well, I think people are just assume that you already know, or
1.1 second is hilarious. Like it looks like it's a dubbed movie.
Yeah, but that happens. But our road trips are always messed up, pretty much. Not always, but often.
Oh. Did you do it?
Yeah, I think so.
Will you just exit the app? Call it a day?
Chat, can we confirm that it's fixed? Anyway, we used to live even more in the countryside. We used to be a 20-minute drive from the closest grocery store. And we were 50 minutes away from Jönköping, which had like restaurants, bigger store, clothes stores, you know. Now we live a 10-minute drive away from the closest grocery store. And 1 hour, so pretty much the same, 1 hour away from the closest big cities. We have 3 different cities that are 1 hour away. So now we can like pick and choose. Though we tend to go to Kalmar to go shopping or buy groceries. We don't go to restaurants much, like just to go to a restaurant. That's not really something that we do. But for big grocery shopping and
I think we don't leave our home more than twice a month.
barely that. I mean, for groceries it's like once a week. Groceries is like once a week most of the time. And big city visits once a month. Maybe twice a month. Some months. Not a lot. So both Johannes and I cook every day. I mean, this morning I didn't cook. This morning but I made myself food. I brought out baby spinach. I brought out the mung bean sprouts, and I reheated the leftovers. Right? You cook almost every day. And you make, when we so yeah, like we cook and freeze things. We make big batch cooking. So we, yeah.
Jack Joe said Calgary is way smaller than Jungle. I don't know if Jungle is actually a big city in your skin.
Not a big city, but. What? What happened, baby? Oh. take them off? Are they wet? They're wet? We'll pull over and I'll help you, okay? But that's really nice, Marcos. That's great. There's so many people that are raving about the air fryers.
Lysagoda_ said hi Siri, Johannes and Emma.
Aw.
It's going.
Hi. It's going well. We're on a coastal road trip. Here I am. Do you want to take off the pants? Or do you want to pull the pants down? Or do you want to take the pants off? You want to take the pants off? Completely off. Okay. Let me just... Oh, you got big snot there. Yeah, big snot. Big snot in your snot hole. Let me take the
Snot hole?
Yeah, it's a snot hole. Full of snot.
Full of snot.
Snot in the snot hole. I almost got it. Oh, I got it. Snot in the snot hole.
It's not raining a lot, but it's very cozy.
I'm gonna help you. First, let's take off the shoes. Yeah. Beep, bloop. And the other one. Beep, bloop. And then I'm gonna have to take you. I'm gonna have to unbelt you.
Swedish
so I can
highway.
take the pants
Oh,
off.
it's a country road.
Oh no, the bus. Here you go. Okay, I'm gonna help you off. Take your pants off.
No,
What?
no,
No. You want to keep the pants?
no.
You want me to take the pants off?
Yeah, you don't want to fall asleep behind the wheel there.
No,
No socks and no pants.
See if we can.
Take the pants off.
Can we focus further away, please?
Okay, here they come.
no.
Maybe not.
No socks. Oh,
I have
no.
an idea.
Yeah.
Let's clean the window.
Oh
There we go.
no, what happened?
Zoom.
Oh no, what happened? Oh no. Oopie. Oh no. Oh no. Oopsie. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
See if we can find
There you
a
go. No tickle. I got you.
like a cool camera angle.
Was it fun? We gotta keep driving, baby. You want blanket? Okay. Oh, you're stuck? Okay, let me help you. Oh, let's get the butt all the way back.
That would be a lot of steering wheel.
There you go. Oh no.
But cooler, it would be.
Oh no. You're sitting on it. Oh no.
We talked about it yesterday how we need suction cups.
Yeah, you're sitting. Is that good? Okay. No,
They're really-
no, please.
Wait, they actually released?
It's okay.
Like it's not just wow.
Put the butt back.
Counter-Strike 2.
We gotta keep going. We're
Oops.
going to Grandma and Grandpa. Oh, here comes the butt.
Let's see, can I put it
Oh. There we go.
like this?
Aww. Are you feeling a little tired? Are you cozy and comfortable? That's good.
Oh, that's so much better.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you the
Hi,
blanket
go
as
on.
soon as we put your seatbelt on. Oh, uncomfortable on your leg?
This combined with a better mic setup would be the way, right?
Ouchie. Let's get your butt. I'm gonna grab your butt.
You see so much of the car.
Get the butt in there. There we go. Okay. And squish.
Maybe we can even zoom a
There
little
we
bit.
go. And fix this. And check this. Make sure it's good. It's good.
So you don't get as much
It's good.
fisheye action going on.
And here comes the
Then again, with more wide angle,
oh, blanket.
let's see this way.
Cozy.
We get to see like out of the side window, so we get more of a feeling of
Sleepy?
what we're driving past.
Do you want bunny? I brought the bunny. You can snuggle away.
Thank you for your opinion. I think so too.
Just put you like this.
Because I mean, we could instead of running dual cameras, which we could set up. It is so nice only having one, easier to install,
Oh,
and then we could just suction cup mount it. Because it's not in the way for me as a driver.
It's going swish, swish. The wipers in the car go swish.
That would actually
swish,
work so
swish.
well.
Swish, 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 swish.
Just have to find a good
Wipers
suction
in
cup
the
mount.
car go swish, swish, swish. all through the town.
What do you think, Siri? Wouldn't this be a nicer camera angle?
No. Can we put it back? No, let's not.
If you want to.
Yes, I do want to. This is not safe.
Open it, Chuck. We do have alerts. An overly complicated setup, you see. Funny that it happened to be a parking spot just 4 meters later on. It's not like we're in a rush or anything. Starting out 40 minutes late and then
Are we having dinner together with them?
they're making varma mackor. We are to tell them 30 minutes before we arrive.
Right. That's fine. That's not a problem. It will be great. I'm really excited that we're going.
Oh, probably there.
Yes, Sebbe. Yes, Sebbe. Yes, Sebbe. Yes, Sebbe. Yes, Sebbe. Yes, Sebbe. Ebbe. 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 Ebbe.
Thanks for the follow.
Whoa.
We do.
That was loud.
But we didn't. We didn't just a moment ago, so thank you, Jack, for...
It was loud, Ebbe.
Thank you.
Can we turn it down?
Yeah.
I've turned it down.
Yeah, it was...
It was very loud.
Now it's gonna be inaudible. Now it's gonna be perfect.
It's great. I made
You
perfect
are great.
adjustment. Trail mix?
Somebody just shoving food down my throat.
The horn of the bus goes beep 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 beep. The horn of the bus goes beep 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 all through the town. The horn of the bus goes beep 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 beep. The horn of the bus goes beep 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 all through the town.
Yay! More! He shouts more!
Meor, he says.
More?
Which is a combination of me and more.
More!
Can you see his little head? Imagine when we get to turn the seat around.
And we can look at each other.
Legally, we can do it at age of 3.
The crowd is getting rowdier. Encore! Encore! We demand an encore! The crowd is losing hope.
The horn of the bus goes beep 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 beep. The horn of the bus goes beep 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 all through the town. The horn of the bus goes beep beep.
Oh, they can't see
beep beep beep. The horn of the bus goes beep 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 all through the town.
He has, he's got the sides of his headrest and he just like bangs his head against the sides. Oh.
Thank you, Jack. And to anyone else, if you want to play alerts, you go to Sirius Stream and there's a list of all the alerts you can play. There's like 65 different alerts you can play.
Oh, there's more than that. There's like 80, 90.
$2 each.
That's Emma's favorite song.
Oh, the bus goes beep, beep, beep.
Wheels on the bus. Such a banger. Thank you, Jack.
And he also sings along to it sometimes at home. Just goes around and open and shut, open and shut.
Musagona says wide POV better, I think.
Yes, when we had it up on the dashboard, I tried zooming it in so it was like a close-up that was not wide angle distorted, and then I tried it with a super wide so you could see like the windows and the traffic swishing by, and then the opinion was that wide is better, and I was in agreement.
Sorry, that just reminded me of when we traveled to Malmö. Who was it? There was a chat that just said that they had just shoved themselves uncomfortably into the glove box. Like when we talked about like the camera's the camera, but if you imagine that it's you, then you're just either sitting very awkwardly in my lap, or you've shoved yourself into the glove box. Yeah, it's very comfortable and safe. Just shoved into the glove box trying to watch.
The lights of the bus goes blink, blink, blink
All
through the town.
Sorry, I bet. And I'm better sing it.
Right.
So now you take over. Pear? I'm sorry.
You are so caring.
To the point of
Yes, it's annoying.
annoyance. The last time it was a joke, but this time it was a genuine. No, you don't. You said you didn't want. I don't know why I'm asking again. Yeah, and it's like, if you'd want, you would just tell me,
But I don't
ask me.
mind. You can ask me. It is okay.
I'm surprised you're not hungry. Wait,
I
maybe you
ate
ate.
lunch at 3 o'clock
Oh,
so that I wouldn't be hungry.
right. I mean, I ate breakfast pre-stream. I ate breakfast at like, what, 10?
Is
So
your
no wonder
lunch?
I'm hungry. What?
You ate lunch before stream?
That was breakfast. I had breakfast at 10. Yeah.
You have not eaten since 10?
That's what I do every day.
Piss poor planning.
No, it works great for me. I eat before stream, and after stream I have like a snack or something, and then I eat dinner.
If it works for you,
It works.
you're wrong, but it's okay.
I don't feel fatigued, I don't feel hungry, I feel great.
Same. I don't feel like you're hungry either.
So,
Wow.
if I felt like it was too long, then I would make it so that I eat right before stream. But
Two.
it's not been a problem to eat and then like do makeup and clothes and stuff and get ready. Oh, a big bird. Whoa. I think that was a raven. That was a huge black bird. And two cranes. There were two cranes there. Pecking away in the field. Peck, peck. That's a big barn.
They were home.
Huh?
The people who bought that big house.
I didn't look. I didn't
There
realize
was a
that's where we
TV
were.
playing, and
Oh,
there was
wow.
like four cars outside.
Oh, really?
One of them was a Jeep, and one of them was a big workers' van.
Maybe they're having a hangout. Oh, hi, Gordon.
Mhm.
Hi.
So here's the thing you might not have known about me. I have never died in a car accident.
You're talking to me?
So before, when I screamed at you, you're like, "Oh, I thought you were testing things," and now I say something to chat, and you're like, "Talk to me."
Well, it's not like you said chat or Siri. How is it supposed to know who you're talking to?
Hi, Pat Mills. very hard, I'm sorry.
Hi, Pat.
You seem to have a really good stream today.
I did. I had a lot of fun.
And you do.
And it's always fun when you get like new people coming in that are really excited and
so positive.
so positive. That just changes everything.
What car is this?
And it doesn't hurt when they're also generous. That's always nice. No, it's a lot of fun.
100% exactly.
Yeah,
Funny.
that's unusual. I don't know if we've ever been on exactly. Well, we have because Connector likes to like
Make them even.
make it even just like towards the end of the stream, like the streets of gold.
Hi Pat, it's a Volvo V60.
Underscore said 58 no gift alerts, 40 gift alerts, 2 scary alerts, and $100. Big alert, no S bug. That is a lot of alerts.
That is a lot of alerts. Wait, so that's actually with the scary. It's 101.
Said, of course,
Wow.
laughing face.
101 different bit alerts.
Yegarnex said how are we supposed to know who he is talking
Too scary.
about?
There's a knocking one for 665, and then there's the 10,000 plus bits, and then there's a scary one, but that's a donation alert. So that means we have exactly 100 bit alerts.
Cheers.
Can't
Cheers
add
to
any
the
more
next
now.
100.
Thanks for the follow.
Jesus Christ! Thanks for the heart attack.
I mean, that recorded would be a pretty good follow alert. Thanks for the follow. Jesus Christ.
Jesus! Thanks for the heart attack.
Hello. Hello. Oh, maybe he said something. Maybe his username was something rude in Finnish. I don't know. Let's not discuss it. I trust Jack. He is a professional moderator. Chat. Now I'm speaking to chat, okay? Not many people get the great pleasure of having a professional moderator. Most of them are just unpaid interns. But Jack gets paid to moderate.
Not for us.
I mean, we don't pay him.
Yeah, no.
And he gets paid by ESL and others. DreamHack.
Yeah, babe. You wanna go home?
Those greenhouses are so tall.
Oh yeah.
Do you think they grow? Industrial hemp? Do you think they grow cucumber?
They're tall.
Very probable.
You wanna go home to our red house?
Guess we can figure
Yeah.
out what they grow. We are in Lemhovda, and they have some hugely tall
Yeah.
greenhouses.
Our house is red, Ebbe. Our house is red. Our home house?
Hey, but do you want to burn down the house? No. Such comedy gold.
So funny. I really wish that was on video.
Yeah.
Ebbe, do you want to burn the house down? Are you trying to burn the house down? Yes.
Just joking.
Thanks for the sub.
Visagoda_subscribed.
Is it Västgöta? Väst? Are you Swedish? Did you get Prime because they're giving away free Prime to Swedes?
Are they doing that?
Are they doing that?
Are they doing that?
Someone said-
Dojan said it.
If Dojan said it, it must be true.
Dojan, we need more information.
Woohoo! Thank you.
Thank you for using it.
Thanks for the follow.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'll remind you in a month so you can renew your free sub.
Said what?
What? I don't think it was Dojan who said it.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
Oh no, maybe it was someone else.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's-
Dojan. Who was it that said that?
That one.
I thought it was you. Why did I think it was you? It was someone said that today, that there was a free sub, like that's something about a. They were running a free Prime,
Yeah, but
free
in
Amazon
serious
Prime for Swedes.
Someone in Sirius broadcast earlier said,
Yeah, in my stream today, someone said that Amazon Prime is running a free Prime thing in Sweden.
so if you're a Swede, go and check.
That's such an interesting color of a house.
is.
Like
Beautiful.
that light green, so
Yeah.
unusual. But I just got here.
Would you accept that on a house, or is it interesting to see?
I would accept it. Yeah, it's a fun color. I think. Wow. Yeah, like a happy color. I think. That reminds me that I've had Prime subs for like how many months, and I just never remembered to actually give it to someone. Like I could just give a few dollars to a streamer every month, but I just don't remember to actually click that button.
Is it an energy drink? Is there caffeine in it?
That energy drink has ruined the word Prime for me. What? What?
Logan Paul has an energy drink named Prime.
Oh. Right. I didn't know that.
I think it's like a Gatorade. Like a, what do you call it?
Electrolyte.
Electrolytes, yeah.
Sports drink.
Oh, and
It's usually called a sports drink.
so it's as well.
Who's that? Okay. Oh wait, he's the YouTuber musician.
I think he also does kickboxing or something. Or
Yeah.
maybe that was
it
just
was
a
like
ploy.
someone was like, you can't become a YouTuber, so he went ahead and became a super big YouTuber. And then someone was like, you can't become famous in music. And so he was like, watch me. So then he became famous in music. Rage told me, because Rage introduced me, told me that about that. A few weeks ago. That's why it rings a bell. YouTuber, different YouTuber. Where did the lid go? Where did my lid go? I don't know what. No,
No, I fixed it.
No, you didn't. You unfixed it, and now I fixed it.
Yeah, making electrical connecting wires 2 minutes before we're supposed to leave maybe not be the best idea.
This is a cable going to a cable, going to a cable, going
Yep.
to a cable, going to a cable, to a cable.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's what you do when you don't have enough cables. And you would think that I have enough, but I don't.
Clearly, if you have to do that, like what? What on earth is happening here? Is there not like one cable that can do that?
Yeah.
What's with the Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Isn't that just like, haven't you broken a bunch of cables to make this, or like, where did all the cable bits come from? Just other
Well, I
weird
bought
projects?
a 10-pack of them.
10-pack of what?
Male and female DC barrel plugs.
Sometimes I think you just like to complicate things for the sake of complicating.
Well, that connection has a power supply by your setup, so you just plug it in, and then now it's going from the battery. But that it has a bunch of connections is just because I didn't have a cable from the battery to that connector ready at the length I needed. I had
Right.
shorter, but I wanted it to be able to be like the battery could be in the glove box or the armrest,
Right.
so it doesn't just sit here and falls down or whatever. You know? So I needed the perfect length. And the only one I had was short. Because we don't have enough D-tap plugs, the plug that is on the battery.
Right.
It's like cycling through different tasks. But I do
That
think
makes sense.
I do think we have enough now that I'm no longer using 2 of them for the backpack.
Yeah.
Since I'm using actual V-mount plates for that. So now we have enough to have different length cables. problem I have is that I don't have enough networking cable though. So to route a network cable to the roof box, which has the modem in it, I grabbed a 15 meter long cable I have to my office and, and detangle it and took it out. So we have 15 meter cables to go to the roof. So if the internet seems a bit slow, it's because it's such a long distance.
Mike Hunter said Scarlet.
Mike, are you a Starlet fan? What you on?
The phone. A
Which-
phone. It's funny.
Which of mine?
I was just so curious to hear my stream. Well, this is like the worst sound to listen on,
Yeah, don't do it.
but I want to.
With the internet. Stream will chop. I guess you can do it audio only. I would probably have bandwidth.
Then I can't see myself.
No. This is true.
What's wrong, Ebbe? It's dark? You want it to be dark? Stuck? What's stuck? Dark? Duck? Stuck? What is stuck? Are you stuck? You are stuck where? In your chair? Yeah, you're supposed to be stuck. It's called a seat belt and it keeps you safe in the car. Mommy and Daddy are also stuck. We are wearing seat belts, just like you. Do you want a little car? Yeah. I got you a little car. Here it comes.
Is that the car you got from Jamie?
Yeah.
So Jamie was a 7-year-old foster child my parents had for a bit. As a temporary placement. It's supposed to be a month and it stayed for 6, 8, something like that.
Yeah, it was a long. Well, he got there right before Christmas, right? 12th of December. I don't know why I remember that. 12th or 10th of December, he got there, and he stayed until early fall, like September. He stayed a few weeks after Ebba was born, because he got to see Ebba. So he was there for my entire pregnancy, and he got to see Ebba be born. And when he left, he gave everyone gifts. And those gifts were for Ebba. He gave him the little toy giraffe. He gave him the little toy car. And he gave me that book that he had gotten as a gift from the neighbor because he liked the color of it. And he couldn't even read, but then he gave that book to me.
Oh, and the book
just
was
like-
from the 1600s or something.
Yeah, but I used the
40s maybe. But it's like super old, written in a language we don't even understand. So.
crap book, but not the point.
Well, maybe it was good in its time.
Well, I read some. Maybe it was. Yeah, I read some. It was terrible.
It was
But
Harry
what I
Potter's
did
of the 30s.
What I did is I cut out the pages and I used the pages of that book to make a decoration that now hangs in our fireplace. And whenever I look at it, I think of Jamie. Anyway, that was a very precious moment, and
What an experience.
It's hard to think about. Not like the experiences and getting to have him in our life was great, and thinking about all of that, what he's been going through is hard to think about.
Perspective is good.
Yeah.
I don't feel like having compassion for someone else's suffering is anything negative. It's
No.
only positive.
No.
I do think it can get too much if you get to see the worst sides of the world firsthand. You can probably
Having
get
compassion.
too cynical.
It's like having compassion for him when he's a victim and all this child. It's way harder to have compassion for the mother. That's where I struggle, because I want to be compassionate even to people that do bad things. They don't want to be bad people. They don't want want to do bad
At the same
things.
time, you know how hard it is being a parent.
I know how hard it is to be human, and I know the dumb shit I've
I'm not
done.
talking-
Sorry,
Please.
sorry. Go
You know
on.
how hard it is to be a human,
Yeah.
and she was dumped or needed to dump the man of her child. So she's alone as well.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a family to support you, and you're left alone, and you weren't all that well off before you got a kid,
Mentally and physically and
no. It's like if you're not ready to take care of yourself, and you're stuck in a situation where you thought you'd at least be two miserable people dealing with it, and now you're alone, how do you fix that? How do you deal? I understand how it happens. I would only blame her if she is happy with her choices, and that I know she isn't.
there's no way she is.
No, she thinks she couldn't do it any better. Which is why she's not just dumping him. She was keen on having control. She was keen on caring about him. Which means she cares. I mean, from our perspective, she cared in the wrong way. But
Yeah,
that's
from our perspective, all the choices she made were terrible.
for the future of her child, yes. But she cared. It would have been much worse if she didn't care. Maybe that would have been better for him, but we can't say.
Just him waiting for her phone call every Wednesday, and then sometimes she just wouldn't call. And like, oh, I was so busy, or that stuff. It's so hard for him. It's hard to. It's very hard to be compassionate towards her. But
Can you sing a song, Ebbe?
I keep telling myself whenever someone does anything that I don't agree with, that it's not malice. They just can't do better. They don't know better, or they don't have the resources to do better. They don't have the skills. They don't have the strength. They're not doing that to be. It's not malice. She wasn't a bad mother on purpose. She just was a bad mother. You know.
Yeah. I don't know how far we are. We passed Leonhovda 15 minutes ago. Perhaps.
We
are now by the clearing where they've put.
What?
Never mind. I was in the wrong.
Ebbe?
Passing Nymåla.
Can we pull? Oh, it's too late. Ebbe. I thought we could pull over, and I could.
Yeah, we can.
But
15,
he's gonna be okay.
12. Are you sure?
I could.
Look
I
at
could give him.
8,
Oh, yeah. We can stop here.
4,
I could give him.
12. Beep. I don't know how far we are. But we are far. What are you waiting for?
Got distracted by your scars. I'm not waiting for anything. I'm just distracted.
I miss where you are. Open mouth smile.
Oh, you did an emote that is open mouth smile. That explains. We are
What do you want?
half an hour past Leonhovda. 15 minutes maybe.
You want
Don't know.
This? You want that to go away?
Do not know.
Okie dokie smile.
Ta-da! Ta-da! Now we can keep going.
Woohoo!
Eating seeds is a pastime activity. The toxicity of our city, No! What do you own the world? How do you own disorder? Disorder! No! Somewhere between the sacred sacred silence and sleep. Disorder, disorder, disorder. When I became the sun that shone light into the man's heart. When I became the sun that shone light into the man's heart. Screw.
We're passing Skruv.
We're passing Screw right now.
Underscore said, are you a fan of Selene Laughing Face?
I am. I used to listen to them a ton when I was in junior high. And I still love their music. I have so many System of a Down songs that I love. I've like this past 3 months has been such a trip down memory lane, like all the music I've ever listened to and the music I've liked and the songs that have stuck with me, and just realizing just how much metal I've actually listened to, not realizing that it's metal. Like, turns out I'm a metalhead. Which is funny, because I've even said in the past, like, I don't really like metal. But I was thinking of like, I don't know what I was thinking about, a specific genre of metal perhaps, that's like that's not true either. I don't know, because I don't know. I like a lot of metal actually.
What about Iron Maiden?
It's like specific bands I don't really like, but that's with every genre. Like, I don't like all country music, but I love some. I don't like all pop music, but I love some. I don't like all rap, but I like some. It's like, I have favorites, I guess.
Sarah's been known to sing along when I'm playing some Iron Maiden on Foxsmith.
Have I?
Yeah.
I don't even know what music. Alright. Is that Iron Maiden? No, that's not Iron Maiden. Isn't that Guns N' Roses? Reminds me of childhood memories and everything about blue sky. And every day when I see your face, it takes me away to that special place. That's Guns N' Roses. But I think I like Iron Maiden.
Said hi.
I think hi again, Nancy. I think there are some Iron Maiden songs I like. I'm so bad with names. Like, there's so many, like, I didn't even realize that, all of these songs that I love, they're Fleetwood Mac. Like, just complete surprise to me that, turns out I love Fleetwood Mac. Just didn't know. Because I've just heard the music and just so bad at remembering the names. But, so it's been so much fun getting to know my music taste. Now when people ask what music I like, I can actually answer that question. It's so bright. Let's turn it down. Let's see, Iron Maiden. Oh no! Did the car fall down? The number of the beast, run to the hills. Run to the hills. I can't go there. For your life. That's a great song. Run to the hills. Run.
What a cute body of water.
You dropped the car, I bet. Yeah, he dropped the car. We're stopping right here. I'll get your car. Yeah, you dropped. We're gonna stop to pick up your dropped car. Yeah.
I'm getting the sense that he's just tossing it.
No, he's not. The last time it was that he wanted me to remove one of the headlights. Oh no, where did it go? Here? Okay, I'll come back. I'll come back to you. EDC as a pastime activity. Oh.
Do you need the restroom, Siri?
Bus? Yeah, might as well. Might as well. What? What's happening? You wanted the car, not the bus. Oh, is that what you wanted? Oh, I found the keys. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! The cars! Eating seeds is a pastime activity. Here it comes.
No.
Bye-bye.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Do you want the blanket again? Do you want blanket? Okay, let's keep going. Eating seeds as a pastime activity.
Mommy's coming back. We have to wait for Mommy. Yeah, Mommy's coming.
Somewhere between the sacred silence.
He wants something.
What?
He wants.
Huh? Yeah, the car's coming. Here it comes. Speaking of cars, our car is gonna keep driving now. Eating seeds. Yeah. I'm also a fan of Avenged Sevenfold.
Dodgen_ said, have you heard this new rising solo artist? She called herself Siri, but she has so far only made one song that is hers. For now, she plays a lot of covers, which is cool though. Coco es mom.
Wow, who is this new rising star? She sounds awesome. Eating chocolate as a pastime activity.
Makes you fat. If you're eating chocolate as a pastime activity,
Well, I mean, I'm kind of doing that now.
well, you're bored, so
No.
you're eating chocolate.
No, I mean chocolate because I want to eat chocolate.
Because you're bored.
No, if I was bored, I would get my book, my journal.
If you were bored, you could play on the Tamagotchi. Man, Tamagotchis on car ride was such a hoot.
Tamagotchis were so annoying.
Because you killed them all the time. What?
I never had one.
So why were they annoying?
It seemed really annoying. When people would always talk about like, oh, I had to feed him. It beeped in the middle of the night. And I had to get up and feed my Tamagotchi. I'm like, what the fuck? That's like me with Dragon Veil. That's so messed up. Setting
I bet you
alarms.
set alarms.
I did. I set alarms. Because I knew that if I got, because you could get stuff every hour.
Yeah.
So like there were some times where I would set multiple alarms a night because it was like during an event, and if you got all the points, dude,
You got
Whack.
all the points you got. Cool.
you got cool stuff that you could never get again. It's like limited time exclusive stuff.
Gotta get it.
Years, man. Years of my life. Dude. Wow. Talk about, that was a person who needed purpose. And lacked it. Wow. Anyway,
Now you have it.
I do multiple purposes. Multi-purpose person right here.
Yeah. Multi-purpose person. It's a new one.
Multi-talented, multi-purpose.
Multi-farted.
Sometimes.
Yeah, we have a video proof.
Yeah, we do. We 44 times.
What makes a bowel not be able to evacuate all at once?
What? What makes a bowel not able to evacuate?
All at once.
You don't have a bowel, you have bowels. What makes the bowels not able to evacuate all the farts in one fart?
Yeah.
Because sometimes there's fart.
Could you maybe draw something on a whiteboard?
Yeah, sure, it's like this. And then there's space, and like here's some
You
gas.
should always have a whiteboard marker so you can draw things on the window. So you can be like Professor
Here.
Siri, writing
Oh, that'd be so
writing
much-
your
But that'd be so much fun. I could just sit and draw all of it.
Yeah.
I could draw farts. Eating seeds as a pastime activity. Chad, do you like dark chocolate? This is 70%. 85? I even like 85. 90 is a little dark. But I like the 85. It has less sugar. More cocoa. Obviously.
It makes the cutest noises. Ebbe!
Bicycle _ said not my
A
family.
car! A red house. You want to go home to our red house? You like our house? I like our house too. We're going to Ödeshög to see Astrid and Oliver because it's their 60th wedding anniversary. Wow!
Hunter said, oh yay.
That's like 30 times longer than you've been alive, Ebba. That's pretty crazy. And we're seeing Grandma and Grandpa. And we're gonna eat hot sandwiches.
Said,
Like little mini pizzas. You wanna watch? On the phone? That should be okay, right?
I don't know. Depends on the connection, but probably, maybe. One should have planned ahead and downloaded some offline content.
Not your favorite,
Nice
honest?
done, man.
You grew into it? Me too, Smike. Didn't like dark chocolate at all when I was younger. And I think a lot of the reasons why I like it now is because of my associations with it. Like, it's very, like, I care very much about health. And it doesn't make me feel, I can enjoy it without feeling guilty, which I really enjoy it because I know, like, it's a treat, but that amount of cocoa, like dark cocoa, very nice, very good for you. Like the fats and all of that is really good. Like the sugar part of it is not great, but there's a lot more of the cocoa, which is like the good, healthy stuff. Lots of antioxidants. So I'm like, it's a treat, but it's also good for me. So it makes me happy. Happier than like straight candy. Wow, look, oh wow, the field, did you see that? It's completely wrecked by pigs. Like huge area. Like biggest I've ever seen wrecked.
Yeah, they've been all over the...
So, anyway.
That's true.
Squirrel! What are you saying, Ebbe? One what? One school? One coal? One Can you say it again? No. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
We're entering
Korsberga.
a little village called Korsberga.
Such a cute little
Korsberga
sign.
nästa.
That's such a cute sign. Oh, that's a cute house.
_ said I fell asleep, cold sweat smile.
Oops, I took a nap.
Oops, I took a nap.
That's Trumpets quote. Oh, whoa.
Someone just lit
Whoa.
a fire of
That-
moist wood
Oh, that just
in a
that-
fireplace with way too little.
Wow, that didn't smell good at all. That was bad.
Way too little extraction.
Ooh. Oh, how is that smell so intense?
This is a very dangerous situation.
Oh yeah, gee, this is not way fast. Glad, thank you for slowing down. That's a nice house. A big bus, yeah.
Did you see the big bus?
Yeah.
Do you think there's many people on it?
Yeah.
How many?
starts on Sunday.
Well, then we set the clock forward. Get an extra hour of napping. It'd be better if it was the opposite. Because now in the spring we don't need that napping. I don't fully understand why we have it. It probably is a purpose. So, could I get a bit of water? Is this Dojan? Could be.
Wow.
Dojan
The
spreads.
military.
Yeah.
Wow, but look, the big trucks.
Before you forget, I remind
Sparkling
you about
or
yes, please.
flat? Sparkling. Oh, wow. Wow. Jesus, what are those? Rally? I wonder what that is. Yellow and light teal.
Big building.
Yeah. Like a herrgård. Some kind.
If anyone is in a Googling mood, there's a massive building opposite of the church
In Korsberga.
in Korsberga nästan.
I'm very curious what that was. If it's a herrgård or something.
Korsberga,
Korsberga.
if you're not
Wow,
Swedish.
that house was so run down. Slightly run downtown. Some of the houses are nice. Some of the houses are nice. Oh, that looked so cozy.
Similar to Broccoli.
Yeah. A little bit nice, a little bit warm.
And a little bit of a prison.
A little bit of, what is that?
Seems like a prison to me. I mean, like it used to be.
Look like
Could have been a military thing as well. And then they have this. So this is like super worked, and I think the water features and the big things are awesome in this garden. But on the start of it, right?
Yeah.
It's a little too low. It's not enough elevation difference between the things. It's a very important thing to have elevation distance.
As I was walking through the garden today, I love our garden. I love what it's shaping up to be. And I just saw in front of me all of the changes that I'd want to be there. And I imagine that our visions are probably so similar. Like the areas where I'm like, oh, here's where I want the path to go, and I want it to be higher here, lower here. Like, I'm so excited to just see what you're gonna do with it. Cause what you've done so far is awesome. Like the stuff that you've done that I haven't been involved in at all is so nice. Like in the stone edges that you made now, like I'm just imagining that there's pretty things growing there, and that the path is like our hand-laid stones, and my heart is like, oh, it looks so beautiful in my mind. And I know that it'll get there, like slowly but surely. We'll add a little here, a little there. It's just a stone edge, but that already is making it so pretty. And I love walking there. I love all the soft curves and how it winds. And you've done so nicely already.
Thank you.
And I'm really excited for it. And to have a finger in some of the things, but I just fully trust that you're gonna make awesome stuff.
Ideas are welcome.
That's great to know. Because I would love to be involved if I'm welcome. And I can tell you like my thoughts, and then you do with it what you will. Yeah, it's very exciting. I had just a feeling of like today when I was walking down of where we would put some fruit trees, like apple trees and plum trees and stuff.
Sort of where the excavator stands.
Actually not. Actually, sort of middle. I'll show you someday what I mean.
Where the excavator is the best spot. Because it gets full sun. And it's...
But then shouldn't that be where the berry bushes are? Oh, I guess it's better that the berry bushes are south of the fruit trees. Because they're smaller. Otherwise the fruit trees will shade them. Are we there yet? Not yet.
There would be space for that too. Maybe where the the jungle gym is, or whatever you would call it, the metal thingy.
What about that? What did you say? What should be with the jungle gym is?
Be berry bushes there. It's also very sunny and nice. The berry bushes want direct
Jesus
sunlight.
Christ. If they want direct sunlight? Yeah. Yeah. Aww. Do you miss our house? Yeah. We are gonna be back home tomorrow.
Do you remember at great grandma and great grandpa's house you have a big red tractor?
We need a Jesus Christ alert. I say that a lot, don't I? I'm not even Christian. Jesus Christ. Why do I say that? Like, I'm not Christian, dude. So weird. Christ on a cracker. Christ on a stick. Christ on a cracker is such a weird thing to say. Christ on a cracker. Yeah, Zebe. Yeah.
Is preparing the pink.
I say Bismillah even I am not a Muslim.
No pink phone? It's the only one we have. You didn't bring the white, did you? Did you bring the white phone? Did you bring the 10? Sorry, but we don't have the white phone. We didn't bring that one, but I have the pink one. Yeah.
Is there setting? No, wait.
Wait, Ebbe. Wait, sorry.
Is
You'll
there
get it
setting
soon.
for quality?
Oh, I don't think so.
It's in the app if there is one.
Yeah, I haven't seen. Wait. No.
She's gonna get it to you.
Sounds nice. I'm planning for
Here you go,
This
Ebbe.
stream was a nice surprise for me.
Oh. Bye. Oh. Yeah. Growing up, my mom and dad did a lot of stuff in the garden. They had a bit of an unconventional paths and these like built up hills and this very like it was never unkempt, but it was very I had a wild feeling about it, and there's so much different plants and flowers going on, and we had so many fruit trees and berry bushes, and we had so many like wild strawberries growing in our garden. Just there was so much fun. We could pick flowers from spring in the garden in the summers, and that was such a treasure. And then me and Johannes, we moved out to the countryside, and we lived at a little farm, and that had some very old berry bushes that were super like producing. Like we couldn't even pick all the berries. We had cherry trees. We had a big plum tree that had produced so much plums.
Still have jam from that.
So we still have jam from the plum trees and from the black currant bushes. Oh, what a treasure! And there was so many flowers in that garden as well that I could go out every day in the summer and pick a fresh bouquet, and that gave me so much joy. Now we live in a garden that's there's
The
not a
classic
single
Swedish
there's
garden.
not a single flower growing in this garden. There's not a fun bush. There's no anything. There's not a single berry bush.
There are
Not
four
a single. Garden. And Johannes and I immediately were like, we want stuff everywhere. We want to plant different fruit trees. Like I want plum trees and apple trees. I'd love a pear tree. I don't know if they are hard to grow because people don't seem to have pear trees much. I don't know. Maybe they're not that hard. It's not just not popular. But pear and just all the berries. Like I'd love a ton of raspberries and red currant and black currant and gooseberries and blackberries and I want it all. And I want rhubarb. And I want asparagus. All the perennial stuff, basically. Stuff that will come back year
I
after
have a
year after
plasma
year.
growing outside my
Tons.
door between
I'd love to have just
some
tons of perennial flowers and pretty
That all I
bushes
got.
and grasses and just I want so much stuff to be going on. But it's a huge investment of time and money to get that sort of garden going. But I also know that if you plant a fruit tree, everyone who lives in that house for the next 100 years potentially will get to enjoy the fruit of my labor, literally. So not just like, because we don't know how long we're going to live in this house. It might be a decade. You never know. So if we plant it, we might get to actually enjoy the fruit. But if we don't, then at least someone else will. So we're leaving our mark on the garden. We tore up the lawn. Like it was just a flat lawn, and we tore into it with our excavator and dug up a giant pit, took up like all the stones and sorted them and moved the dirt around. So now it's like up and down and it's crazy. So we're planning
Someone probably spent good money to make it flat.
Yep, someone spent a lot of money to make it flat, and we just undid all of that because we're like, flat? Fuck that. Let's make hills and winding paths and unevenness, and let's let some areas just grow wild with grasses, and let's shove in as many flowers as we can and just make it wild and crazy and fun. Fuck a flat lawn. If I want to play cub, there are flat lawns nearby in the park. Little places to sit in the garden, sure, and I want places where there's just lawn to sit on because it's nice,
My friend
but just
got
like a
me
little
dinner for free
area,
today. He got
and then I
me
just
18
want it to be
tons of manure
wild
that was in it
and
for free
crazy.
too.
Dude, that's awesome.
What?
I would
No
love that.
way!
Send it my way.
18 tons of manure,
Steal it.
dude.
Not even gonna lie.
Tell
I
him
would like that.
to leave it, give it to us. I'm like, wait, does your friend actually want these tons of manure? I didn't know your friend was cool like that.
That's a lot of shit.
That's a lot of shit. We would make good use of that in our garden. We just spread that shit around.
Ooh, our neighbors would hate us.
Oh, I don't care.
Only for a couple of months.
Only until it stops stinking. I mean, if it's fresh, it's very stinky.
I bet if I would turn
I
it
don't
into
think-
the soil, it would be a couple of weeks. But it would be a couple of weeks.
I'm not sure that's legal even.
Oh no, it's probably against some sort of
Regulations. Oh,
He did. The container is worth 10,000 SEK in scrap, so it was a great deal.
wait, well, how did he get it for free?
to get rid of it, probably. Because you can't just dump manure anywhere. You need to let it burn and compost.
Wow.
You gotta have space for that. And if the container is no longer good to use, they might just scrap it. So it's like a
Yeah, but it's still 10,000 crowns in scrap.
Yeah, but then you gotta have a vehicle to drive it with as well. And if you don't own that, you might pay 10,000 to get it moved away from there, right?
Yeah. Why did someone have a giant container of manure anyway that they would be giving away? That's so strange. How did they end up with it? Why are they giving it away? I have so many questions. Anyway, Kron said that he has a
Lady just wanted to
blåsitta
give it
growing
away.
outside his door between some tiles. That's so cute. A lady just wanted to give it away. That's so strange.
Probably a horse lady. She has used it to shovel horse manure, which is the best manure, by the way.
The container is in better shape than the container he had.
Huh. So just a win-win situation for him. But I was gonna say, if he doesn't want all of that manure, he can dump it in our garden. We'll take it off his hands.
So he will scrap the one he had before.
Ah. Smart. Good for him. What was I thinking about? Yeah. The blåsippa.
Just a shitty day at work.
The pink
Want 18 tons of
blåsippa that
We
had
do
in our
too.
garden. Yes, we do want 18 tons of manure. Yes, I'm not kidding. I want all of it. Give us all the poop. You know how good that stuff is? You know how amazing that would be to put in our garden? Like, literally, just mix it in with the dirt and
Like
make,
it might not be
like,
sheep
that's
frame to transport in demo.
so good
Anagram__
to grow
said
stuff
brown
in.
gold.
Brown gold, yeah, for real, dude. That's like, yes, please. It might not be cheap for him to transport it to him. I wouldn't know. No, I mean, if he'd have to drive it with a truck, like, that's a lot of money in gas. But I'm also like, I don't know if there's anywhere that he can get,
$500 or so.
if he can get rid of that manure somehow. Maybe he can, close by to him. Maybe he can just recycle it, I was gonna say.
Ron said I could call him and see what it would cost.
Yeah. If he wants to get rid of it and he doesn't have a way of getting rid of it, that's convenient, then it'd be a win-win, right? Because I mean, you can't just dump it somewhere, and I don't know if you can.
Could.
You could, but you know.
I will call him.
Dope. That's a lot of shit.
So like if it's a 40-foot container, I'm trying to imagine like if it was a 5 centimeter thick layer, how many square meters would it cover? And let's assume it's a full container. It's probably a 20-footer.
I mean, do you remember how many tons we got of the compost?
No.
It was 13 or 14.
And that was 2 full trailers.
No, it was just one.
It's 2.
No, it was one.
We had a double. We had 2.
Oh. Anyway, that was 14 tons. You remember how big that pile got?
Yeah.
So it would be just a little bit bigger than that. And we used up all of that compost pretty much. Well, we didn't, but we would have. And it didn't cover that large of an area. It didn't cover as large as I thought it would.
Ron_ said it is in a tip container 40 cubic meters.
40 cubic meters, right?
It's not that difficult to get a hold of free containers, really? Or is that the creep makes me think you're talking about stealing? It's free. I would love 18 tons of poop.
So if it's 40 meters if it's 1 by 1 meter.
Mobile_365 said how big is your farm? If you don't mind.
We don't have a farm.
We live on a 1,000 square meter suburban
Residential
lot.
area. It's just a regular villa with a garden. But
Which is why we're saying our neighbors would hate us if we bring in 18 tons of horse manure.
Here's what we can do. What we could do is dump it at your parents' place. They wouldn't mind that if it gets to lie there and burn, right? Until it doesn't smell anymore.
_ said he has already tipped it off Saturday.
Oh. That's too bad.
But
Oh well.
horse manure we could get a hold of anyway.
I'm sure that we could.
Our local riding club,
Yeah.
6 kilometers away, they always have manure to get rid of.
Yeah.
So we would only have to pay Sören to drive the tractor and bring it to us. And that would be a more manageable amount of manure at the time as well. So
Yeah. No, I think that'd be great. I think we should tear down our fence because it looks like shit anyway.
towards the front,
Yeah.
indeed.
Maybe that's not where we start. But I'm like, it's easier to get stuff in then.
Yeah, but it can be temporarily removed. They're bolted, so you can just undo the bolts and
Oh.
take away the.
Fair.
It's a big difference if you can dump it all back. Because then,
Yeah.
it's especially if we wait 2 months with getting it, because then we can have areas ready for it.
Yeah.
But what we can do is we could have them dump it at my parents' place, and then we could reload, or I mean, we could basically drive it ourselves, one trailer at a time as well.
Yeah. We just start filling up wherever we want to raise, make it, and we want to plant stuff. Start filling it up with the manure. Potentially take the compost that we've already made and take that up and put it there as well, and that's where we start planting stuff.
So I
Or,
think
you know, doing the general landscaping and letting it be that very unrich soil. Oh, too fast.
that is, my plan is to do the basic landscaping first, and then
Yeah.
have an area where I just prepare soil, just like today,
Just
where we have this
mixing.
like area where we prepare soil, and when the generals are done, to wheelbarrow it out.
Wheelbarrow it to trees first, digging up big holes for the fruit trees that we want to plant, and filling that with the rich stuff that gives like those trees an amazing place to live. That's gonna make a huge difference. The bigger hole we dig for the trees, and the more good stuff we shove in there, right? The better those trees are gonna grow. The faster we're gonna get fruit. The tastier that fruit's gonna be. All of that. So that's like biggest number one priority is like the berry bushes and the fruit trees that will take the longest time to grow. Because like the flowers and stuff, yeah, it's those of course we also want to grow fast and big and strong and I got a little missing the garden in Hult feeling. It's all the pretty stuff that we did there. We're gonna get
we can go back.
we're gonna get all of those feelings to the stuff we're gonna do now, and it's gonna be so great to get to watch everything grow. It's gonna be just the same as everything we planted that we got happy about there. It's just it's a fresh start. It's gonna be great, and I love the sort of stuff that you can make so pretty.
Are we there yet? Soon.
Almost. Too fast, man. Too fast.
I agree. Came in like
Mr.
been many days since you sang Miley, right?
My friend can probably get a knot for truck and trailer
Yeah.
to pull down, but yeah, it isn't so cheap.
Yeah, honestly, if we're gonna chuck it in that far, we would probably rather buy composts.
Dude, it was a fucking bust. We paid what, 4,500 crowns for 14 tons of like the richest, most fantastic compost. Like that was such a fucking steal. We got that driven out what, like an hour and a half one way out to us, and that's all we paid. Like what? That's crazy.
$200 for delivery dollars.
Well, that was such a good price. Like for so much.
And then the delivery would be 600. Wait. If it was 1 hour before, now it's 2.5 hours. So return was 2 versus 5. So
Yeah, we haven't
a little over double.
We haven't found anywhere nearby that sells compost that delivers here. So we're like, well, we'll just
Maybe
have to make our own.
$700 it would cost us to get the same amount to where we live now.
Yeah,
Which I've contemplated many times.
yeah. It's there's a shortcut to making the garden healthier. Just
Sure.
shoving a bunch of good soil on there.
So fast.
Because otherwise it's years and years and years and years and years of the food scraps that we make. It's like, to get to that sort of amount.
That volume.
Jesus
20 years.
Christ. So to get to that,
Always check with local
adding that
horse riding
compost,
schools. They
you know,
usually don't have a need
say
for
like
tractors to
Charles
transport.
Charles
Garnex said, "I
was it
know a
Charles
decent
Dowding?
company that you can get a
No-till
container,
master.
but you have to
Charles.
ship it
Oh, it's we're
yourself,
here.
and it's
Right.
really
I remember
not
it's where we
such
drove
good
on.
quality because
Charles
it's their own one
Dowding.
that they use.
You know, they put a new fresh coating, new fresh amount of compost every fall. Like, so they put on top when the season is over, but they fill it up. And he's been doing that every year for 20 years. And he makes his own compost. Plus, he gets like scraps from all over. Like, he gets this from there and this from there. So he like gathers all the free materials, free resources he can find to make compost. Plus, he buys compost to have enough to do that for his farm. Like,
He mostly he seeks out composting materials.
yeah,
Like
he's
coffee
oh,
grounds from
yeah.
cafes and
Or like this place
every
they
cardboard
yeah.
bit he can get a hold of, and grass clippings and spent horse manure. Spent horse manure and spent hay,
yeah.
bedding and stuff like that.
Yeah, just everything he can, all organic material that he can get a hold of, makes compost. It's like, yeah, if we did that, if we were like going to ICA and having a deal that we come and pick up their cardboard every week, and the, like you said, the local stable have a deal that we come and get their manure. It'd be yes.
And yeah, it would cost a bit to truck it down for sure. But honestly, I'm not sure it would be any more cheap to buy it locally, because the material is so cheap from where we bought.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yep.
But it is fun doing it yourself. It's a lot of pride in it.
Yeah.
Scavenging for resources and amending the soil over time. That said, when the garden is landscaped in like a 2 year or so, it would be fucking nice to just have the material ready and just dump it there and
Yeah.
start planting.
Yeah. And then we can continue adding with the stuff we make.
Yeah.
And if we wanted to put in all the effort of seeking out material, right?
Dude, Pontus' girlfriend, Caroline,
Yeah.
she no longer works for Twitch. She quit 7 months ago. She now works for a company that helps advertisers have a presence amongst streamers. Sort of.
So still within the streaming.
She was working business relations on Twitch.
Yeah. So it's sort of the same.
Sort of the same. Yeah. Sort of the same. Indeed. be the next step in the music making on the song? What is the next step of the song? Will you be working on Sunday?
On Sunday, we were discussing recording guitar. So we have one recording, but that's it, you know? So doing multiple takes of the same part, or we're just playing over and over the whole song so we can, like, same as the comping that together until a great take, you know? So yeah, we're gonna record the guitar parts. And, we're probably going to alternate between recording guitar and doing the rest of the vocal comp, because we got all the recordings down, but we still need to put them together. So we need to listen to, like, all the different takes and say, okay, this is our favorite part of this part, and then what we did last time, essentially. The rest of the song. So that's probably going to take, like, half of the time. And then ear fatigue is the thing, so you, like, can't tell what's good anymore after a while. So you do that for a bit, and then we record guitar for a bit, then we do that for a bit, record guitar for a bit. And then probably, like, the week after that, we'll record harmonies and, like, little ad-libs. So basically, like, all just the rest of the vocals, but that's just the supporting vocals for the main vocals. So a little harmonizing and such. I guess just continuing to add little flares and little things and polishing the parts and considering writing a new song. But a part of me was like, part of me wanted to finish this before I start a new one. I mean, you can, I don't know, because I still feel like that's in the my top priority, and if I put that aside, it's like, okay, well, I'm working on that, but I'm also going to work on this. Then that's either going to make All Grown Up feel like it's done and over with, and now this is my new thing, or I'm going to be so connected to that still, and it'll be hard to truly feel passionate and excited about a new song. Like, I don't know. I might be completely able to work on multiple projects and multiple songs at the same time.
You want to make a new one because you have some ideas, or because you want to get started?
I'm excited for it. I just want to. Not like I feel like I should. Nothing like that. I'm excited to write new stuff.
Did you write the beginning of a second song?
I did, yeah.
I don't even remember.
And I might finish that, or I have another song that I started writing way back, like before I even wrote for All Grown Up, and it's a verse, a chorus, and another verse.
Multiverse?
Yes. And it's about doing something even though you're scared. So it's like right at the start with the music. So, and it's really good actually, so I think I might keep working on that. I don't know if I sang that to you. Let go my feathers and let the current take me. What if I forget how to swim? Nope, I never sang that to you. It was a whole thing. I even recorded it on my phone, voice memo to remember, and I wrote like it's a full thing, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse. But I never finished the second chorus because I wanted the second chorus to be different lyrics, but same melody, sort of. And then I wanted like a bridge, and then a chorus again or something, or an outro. I don't know. Right. So too much info, but we'll see. I'm just feeling an itch to write music.
I think it's interesting to for your development if you were to work with more than one producer at the same time, since your producer Rich can't work as much as you can produce songs. And time zones is a bit of a difficult thing because you could get an hour here and there most evenings, but he's not available because of time zones. I mean, maybe he would.
Yeah, but I'm not really reliable on weekdays, evenings. Like, and even if I start doing something, then what if Eb wants to have attention? Then it's
I'm not saying you could be recording, because say you want to be more productive. I bet you could record 1 hour before you're streaming, or at least half an hour. Half an hour you could be laying down. You could do tracking for half an hour before streaming.
Yeah,
I bet you could. And then you could listen to ad-libs and pick out stuff you like, unless you trust your producer to do that for like an hour on and off when Ebbe, when Ebbe is keen on doing his own thing. Because the difference is it's very hard to control him to be quiet, but it's quite easy to just for you to be at the PC for 30 minutes or so.
Is it not working? You can give it to me, I'll fix it. Here.
Like, it's useful trying to find the moments and opportunities wherever they are.
Oh. Yeah, and I think for sure I don't know.
I think for sure that you don't know.
Yeah. I was thinking about like production and what I can do on my own. Like what can I do on my end? And how much do I want to learn that? Like, do I want to at all? Or do I want to rely on the skill of other producers? And I think yes, because it's like they might have 10 years of experience, right? And it's like I have 0 experience. If I want to get to a point where I'm like pleased with the sort of sound that I can create, like, dude, that I don't even realize how far away that might be.
Yeah.
Like, it might not be huge. They might not be that far. Maybe I would be really good at it. I don't know. But it's like, am I willing to find out? Am I willing to go down that path and see if it's for me? Like, do I want to spend time on that? Or do I just want to keep working with other producers and see where that goes?
Do you feel like you're picking up stuff, the important bit about music production by working with Rage?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean,
So the
I'm
work
looking
you're
at
spending now-
I'm looking at it, and I feel like such an ass because I'm like, this doesn't look that complicated. But then I also know that he probably does a bunch of stuff that I haven't even gotten to see, because he says like, oh, this part is like quite tedious, and I'm not gonna like let you watch me walk through this process. Like, I'll do that later.
Really lack is a vocalist and singer.
But I mean, I know some of the things that I do in Photoshop are like just really tedious. You're like, it just takes time. You just gotta like sit and chug away at it. It's not difficult. It's not complicated, but
Sierra has a really good point in why you don't need to learn.
what most producers really like as a vocalist singer, that's literally Rage's situation. He was like, I've had like bigger sized labels approach me because they like what I do, but the one thing that's like makes it not happen is that he doesn't have a vocalist. And he was like, now I do. I'm like, yeah, now you do. It's like, for him, it's huge that I am singing and that we're working together. And for me, it's huge that I have someone who's a producer with 7 years experience who can help me create songs. And it becomes a little bit about letting go of control. Now, like, Rage is very accommodating. Like, if I say I want it to be like this, he'll just do it because he's like, this is your song. But that being said, it is still going to be his sound. Like, even if I'm like, because he has his all of his plugins, and he has his ways of doing things. That even if I were to be like, even because I don't even know
Even if
what
you
it is.
backseat the shit out of it,
Yeah.
it will sound like one of
It will still sound like Rage's music. Even if I say, I want the piano to sound more like the piano in this song, or like, this is the sound I'm looking for, or I want this.
Probably
it
won't
will-
be as good because
it-
he's not used to doing that style of music either.
Right?
It's probably like approach the producer that does the kind of music that fits the song you write.
Because he does EDM. And it's like, All Grown Up is not an EDM song. And we haven't written it like an EDM song. We haven't like made the music like an EDM song. But somehow it still a little bit sounds EDM. They're just like when I sing songs, they sort of often sound grungier, rockier, and more indie than the original song. Because that's how I sing. That's my voice. So, and sure, I can try to emulate a different style, but it won't be as good as if I do it my way. Because that's not what I was practiced at, and it's not what comes natural, and it's not my taste. So there's the same thing. So like I don't. It feels in a way like either I could see it as like, whoa, if I push Rage to create something very different from what. To the best of his, like the best, like it's like instead of focusing on what he's good at and like what's great and unique about his production style, trying to make him be something that he's not.
I believe in taking people for what they're good at and making them better at it, rather than changing people.
Facer says, I've been on and off making music since early 2000s, and I never had the chance to work with vocalists. Recording a song, but it's Rage's song, but I wrote the lyrics and I'm singing it. He's made a whole track, like it's practically done. We're just putting vocals on it. So what we did was we listened to it and then I just sang, and I just sang a melody that felt right, and I just sang some lyrics, and I started writing it, and we've got a whole thing. We got a whole thing. Well, so far it's the whole thing is a verse, but still.
I mean, it's an EDM song. Is it more than a verse?
No, it's pretty much the verse, and then the chorus is just the music.
And a little skippity scap.
And all the pain you carry, it could never dim your light. The what you bear is heavy. You are beautiful tonight. And if I could, I'd bury all the hurt and all the slights. And then it's gonna be something. Da 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 da. And then it's an EDM
Then it's EDM.
Then it's EDM drop. No, the whole thing is very EDM, but it's actually great. So we are making a track, but that's his track. I'm just the vocalist. So it's gonna be a Rage track with me as featuring me, but my song is my song, right? So it's featuring Rage. Liquid drum and bass. That's Rage does he's very inspired by EDM, but it's also a little bit of the drum and bass and like future funk. All from neurofunk to liquid drum and bass.
I understand bass. The rest is lost on me.
Liquid drums. How do you play those? They're made of liquid.
Splats. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it is. Like, I've got, if I take the stuff the song that I made with just the guitar, and if I were to take it to one producer, the end result will be vastly different from the end result if I take it to that producer. So it's like,
that things just happen automatically. But what I can tell And this is not anything on Rage. You need more out of a producer because you have very little limited time. Yet you don't have a backlog of things you have to deal with. There's not 5 questions and a push from your producer to spend time with you.
I mean, it's like I wouldn't have to be a part of the vocal comping, but I want to be because I want to have be a part of saying oh, I like that sound more than this sound, right?
Hi.
Like he could. Rage could totally do that without me. He could do that.
Oh.
He could do that without me.
Yeah, let him.
Wait, you're actually on a road trip. That's so cool. Official Seek said good.
Hey, see.
I see. We are on a road trip. We're going to my grandparents. They are celebrating 60 years of being in captivation.
But it's still
or marriage, as some people call it. Just kidding.
It's still your song, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And it's still very much my sound. It is. And I think Rage is fantastic because he's been nothing if not accommodating to all of my wishes. And he's very inspired, and he takes it in the direction that he thinks is nice. And he's I mean, I had the chords, and he changed them. And I was like, that's better. That sounds better than what I made. Like, I had the D minor 7, and he changed it to a different chord, and I'm like, whoa, what is that? Because that's so much better, and I can't even play it on the guitar. So, the way I do it live is with the original chords. It's not the same. The chords are different. And I did, that was not me, that was him. But that was better. He made it better. And, so he's done so much amazing stuff with them. I'm really excited. And I think about if I had any sort of production skills, what would I have made with it? How would the result that I would have made been?
So
it probably would have been more towards maybe a hint of indie, very pop. I think sort of similar to Adele in some ways, but also not. I think now it's more of an electronic music sound. It's still that sort of orchestra feeling, but it's an electron. You know what I mean? It's still that. And I don't know if it's the effects on the vocals and the sound from the piano that makes it get that feeling.
Would you want it to be more unplugged of a feeling?
Yeah, and I'm sure that if I told Rage that, he would figure out a way to make it be that.
100%.
Without a doubt, because he's this is yours. We are going to make it the way you want. Absolutely, no, and I've been thinking about it. And
what I feel is that it's like a slow EDM song. It feels very digital, very not Mark Cohen, very not.
Who's Mark Cohen?
Leonard Cohen.
Leonard. Oh,
Leonard Cohen.
Leonard Cohen.
Walking in Memphis.
Oh.
It's not that. It's not similar to what you do in the live show. And if people love your live show, will they love it if it all of a sudden is a beat bop? Probably. But it's it won't be the same. And if it was a beat bop the first time we heard it, would we have loved it? Probably yes. So it's maybe the bias of having experienced it, and now it's becoming something completely different. But I can relate to it.
It's also
a TikToker I watch, Gab something. She got famous from doing Bebe Rexha and David Guetta's "I'm Good." She did a cover of that for a TikTok where she's stomping her feet on the floor. She's sitting on her butt, her feet in front of you, and she's stomping, and she's singing "I'm Good." And it got so popular that they pushed Bebe Rexha and David Guetta to actually record it, because it was only done as a live performance on one of his shows.
Right.
They were like, "You need to do it. It's blue. I'm blue, but I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm feeling alright.
And she's like, Gabrielle something, and she's released her. I don't know if it's her debut, but she released a song. Pardon my French. It's called.
And
the the TikTok she makes of
Yeah.
it have popped up in my YouTube feed forever.
Yeah.
And now the song is out, and I'm like, I would not listen to that song a single time. Because it feels so digital. It feels so not passionate. It feels like it could be just any song. It doesn't have a connection to the artist. And maybe that's something we're missing in modern music, that is just about creating a feeling, like EDM, dance music. It's like being good on a dance floor, taking us somewhere. Whilst if you take a vinyl record of let's keep using Hallelujah, and you put it on, and you're like, you're seeing the artist in front of this, like you're feeling the artist's emotions. You're not just dancing to a bip and a bop. You know, it's so different. And what you have delivered with All Grown Up is the connection. Like, you make people cry. Bips and bops don't do that. It's the connection to you that make people
Bips
cry.
and bops. Bips and bops can make people cry if it's well done.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but yeah, I get you. I feel
Like,
you.
if you make it an EDM track, it's like the lyrics are not going to be as special.
How do you feel about the vocal comp?
That it is there, or what you made so far?
The what we listened to in the bathroom yesterday. How did you feel about it?
Well, I think I can't judge that because I can't hear it in the track. I don't know how, like, it's going to be at 5%? It's going to be at...
What do you mean? Is it going to be 5%? That was the vote. That's the.
Never mind, you're not talking ad-libs, never mind. Because ad-libs are just additional, like, harmonies and sounds and things happening. But vocal comping is just like breaking the full melody down into multiple chunks.
Compilation.
Yes.
Vocal compilation. This.
You read chat. There's been a lot.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes,
Can we pause and go back to it and read chat?
Absolutely.
@_plays said,
See, he's asking when we are gonna marry, rent a priest, and live stream the
I'm
wedding.
going to cry.
Cookie says, not gonna lie, watching you two makes me happy. It's so lovely to see couples traveling, working so much, etc. Most couples kind of just stop living life, if that makes sense. It does. Adi says, I added a new thing to my bucket list today. Meet Siri and sing together. One day, I'm gonna make this happen. Dude, I'm so down. You're welcome to travel here and hang out with us, visit, hang out, be on stream, sing together, anytime. Any day, man.
Not on Monday.
Not on Mondays. Kookie said Sam Ryder had the best live performance with that song. The I'm good, yeah. Or are we talking about the flute? Adsy says music's my life. New Ed Sheeran song Friday. I'm going to cry. I'm sure you will. I'll be listening to it as well. Come by the stream and remind me so we can listen to it together, man. That'd be great. Atsy, did you hear that I get front page now? On Tuesdays and Fridays? I'm gonna have Nordic front page.
Sweden, Finland.
Sweden. Oh, it is Finland also. Norway, Denmark, Finland, and Sweden. Front page. 3 hours every Tuesday, 3 hours every Friday.
Butterfly said less than 3.
I mean, it might be 100 extra viewers. It might be 500 extra viewers.
We'll see.
I get 400 sometimes.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, you get like crazy numbers, and you're not like the.
Even bad hours. Bad. Like in morning
then,
shifts.
and even then, it's huge. Anyway. Hey, Fork. Traveling's going well. I don't know how far we're out. Half an hour? 40? Complete guess. I don't even know where we are.
60 kilometers.
That tells me nothing.
If we're driving 100, it's 1 hour. No, it's 40 minutes.
Good guess then. I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling
Probably 50
alright.
minutes.
My throat, my vocal cords, my voice is so tired. I mean, I was sick.
Do you think,
Kept
we
singing.
talked about Mikko, when Mikko's here, like how controlling your voice,
Oh my god, yes.
practicing it to go lower is something you can do. And you don't even have to speak, you can just practice the muscles to get stronger.
Yeah,
Do you
can-
think it's something that would benefit your singing if you practice speaking much lower than you do?
Winston McCall, the singer of
Wow,
Broadway
without a
Rock.
doubt.
He is just
For when you are tired or if you get stressed, you go up to a very, it's not nasally, but
Shrill.
you become shrill, yeah. And when you're passionate, you become shrill. And that's more like where you're singing. You're
Yeah.
not singing shrill, sorry, that must declare it like not
in
at
the
all.
register, high notes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that when you're doing a talk stream like today, in order to rest your voice, to use a different part, like different
Zero
muscles in
said
your
what key is the most
voice
preferable to
box.
sing in.
Oh my gosh. Face that I've never even considered. What key? Like, do you mean just literally, I like songs that are in C major?
That's what it means.
Yeah, but that's just unusual question. I've never seen anyone ask that question.
I've seen it
It's
several times. I think it's quite common within music.
It's one thing to be like, what's your comfortable range?
Yeah, but it's situating around it. Like probably your comfortable range is denoted by the note in the middle.
No.
Or if you're like, I can go a little bit lower than my comfort zone, or I can go a lot higher.
C major goes all over. Like C major is just a scale, and that's also a key, and that goes all the way from the lowest possible note to the highest possible note.
Yeah,
So it has
it's
nothing to do with
in a pattern.
range. So it's just like, do I like to sing? Say this.
Lysa_underscore said her
That's why
voice
it's an unusual question, because it's like, well, every major scale has a matching minor scale, right? Remember that you're like, it's the exact same notes, but depending on where you start in those notes, it's a minor or major scale because of whole notes, half notes, right? So it's like, wow, it's very just unusual question. What key do I prefer to sing in? I do not have a preference, I should say. I do not have a preferential key. It'd be interesting to see the songs that I generally do covers on, what keys they have, but I've seen them they're all over the place. So I do not have a preference that I'm aware of. It might be I might have like a majority of something, but then I think that rather has to do with what keys are most commonly used in Western music rather than what I prefer. It just happens to be what is mostly done. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Ed's new song is called Eyes Closed. It's about him losing a friend but still remembering them everywhere. Seek said, I have one person that I really want to meet and sing with Winston McCall, the singer of Parkway Drive. He's just so good.
Well, question for Siri.
And also, I was going to answer that on a good day, my range is from a B2 to a E5. B2 to E5. Or was it E6? No. Sorry, I can't remember. If it was... It might have...
Contemplate that while I
Anyway.
ask you a question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about sharing parts or listening to your song before it's finished? You want to keep it under wraps, or do you want your community to be a part of it?
I want to keep it under wraps this time, for this one.
Always, or for this one specifically?
For this one specifically.
Can you bring me in a little bit about your thought process, so I understand it and you?
I just want that wow feeling of like them not having heard anything except for my live performance of it, and then just getting to hear the track. And just that's just gets me all excited when I think about it that way. Like rather than like them being part of like, oh, this is the vocal or like this is what we're at now, and like me sitting in Logic on stream and like recording harmonies and stuff, like really making them a part of it and listening in on it. Then it won't. I feel like it won't be as.
A devil's advocate argument. I felt deflated when I heard part of my French in the final version.
on Spotify.
I think if I was nudged by it being like more like the finished product on the way, but I just got to hear like part here, part there, and I didn't get to like just listen to the full song, especially not in full quality. I think that would have made it easier for me to accept the difference between what I've heard and what it ended up being.
Right. I agree.
So this is what I think would have helped me in this case. But the question is meant as the devil's advocate for you to consider. Not to mention the fact that it's so fantastic to hear you guys work. Like it's content that you can monetize, and you're in the business of monetizing content. So there's an argument to be made.
Yeah. To have like, yeah, I've thought about it. We could stream every time we were recording together, and that whole thing. Just like but it's like, yeah, then our focus is going to be on the recording and on the, and that's such a big part of why I'm really curious about doing my own production. And not that I can't have someone help me out with mixing and mastering, people that are just better at doing this stuff than I am, like mentors, people that can say, yeah, if you want to make this part sound just better,
I think you would get it more your style if you set the ground rules and let someone polish it.
Yeah,
you could set the ground rules tomorrow. That's how easy it is.
I've thought about that so much.
To make it a holistic, like to make it sparkle and pop and shine in just the right ways, especially mastering. Mastering is very difficult.
Is so hard, and that would be great to have someone come in and just help me with the mixing and mastering and that sort of stuff. But like to get the sound because I think that can often be where it clashes. Like that song was not what you expected, and you get and you think
it was tame compared to the live.
Here is what I think is she didn't produce it. I'm assuming, or maybe she did. She just maybe she did. But like I feel like there can be this clash if the style just isn't what you would expect. It's like say Amy Winehouse. Would have had David Guetta produces. I don't know if he's a producer, but you get what I mean.
Yes.
Like if he would have produced her music, it would not have been the soulful thing that it is. It would have been something entirely different, and that might not have matched at all her style, what she looks like, what she sounds like, what her voice naturally does, and what's good about her voice. Like that might have been stripped away and made into just this, like taking away all that's good and great that could have been allowed to flourish if she would have had the right person working together with her. Like, and because I've thought about this so much, I'm like I want to write my own songs, and I want to record them myself, and I want to produce them myself, and I want to publish them myself. I want to be in control of the whole process, so that the product is exactly what I want it to be. Because I'm very picky.
The more you do,
very picky.
The more people can know what you are, and the more producers can do that for you. So it's like so difficult to know what's the right way, because there's so many perks and disadvantages about every round.
Many people have ghost producers, quite common. Yeah. I mean, Rage is my ghost producer for this. Now I'm talking about him being, he's my producer for the song. But like, he's not gonna, his name isn't gonna be on the track. It's gonna be my song. Yeah. But, that being said, if I was the actual producer, the song would turn out very differently. Not necessarily for the better, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And maybe it would take me a year to make, because I would have to learn so much, and I wouldn't be pleased with the sound. And I'd have to rework it and overwork it. Maybe I'd release it and not be pleased with it. And then 5 years from now, where I've actually gotten better, I'm like, oh, this is how I, like, maybe I'll remaster it. Maybe I redo the song and, like, re-release it.
It's a learning progress.
Yeah, and the whole question is that what I want to do? Do I want to learn production? Because if I am going to learn production, I think that would help me, even if I were to work with other producers, because I'm going to understand the lingo. I'm going to know I'm going to be able to describe what it is that I want to do. Because now I can do, like, I want it to sound like this, and I'll use, like, words to try to describe it. And, you know, there's this language barrier because I don't speak production. I just know, like, I can bring up a different song and say, oh, the thing they did here, I love that, and I would like something similar to that here. But like, I don't know the word for when then everything has a word. It's like, oh, that's a blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, cool. So even if I don't end up producing any of my own stuff, like, just to have that knowledge, I think, and that only comes from just doing it, sitting down and actually trying to make stuff. That's the only way to learn. So so fucking tough.
Do you think you're gonna want to do your own drums and your own keys?
Yeah. And I think I'll be terrible at it in the beginning. And I think it'll sound so clunky. But
And
in
then
that
have
case,
people come
I
over,
can.
like if you want.
I-
A violin is probably not one of those things you even think of learning.
I've actually thought about it, but it's very hard.
Twinkle, twinkle, yeah, that'd be great. Logan's kid started doing violin. He said it was awesome. And for her, she was like 6, 7, 8, I don't remember. And the requirement was that the parent also started practicing, so they would practice together.
The requirement. Her requirement?
But for the school,
Oh.
the violin school. So Logan also did some violin. He said it was difficult. I bet.
It is. I'm trying.
Zero said,
And-
does Johannes play any instruments?
He plays guitar. He wants to learn bass.
I think that would suit me.
I think you'd like bass. And I want a bass anyway to be able to record bass because it's not the same if you have a guitar and you like transpose it down. Not the same. You do it with
Not
a MIDI
at all the
keyboard. Not the same. All of the little minute, little funky stuff that you get when you play for real,
Analog is better.
you cannot fake that.
I don't think anyone would choose a digital studio over an analog studio if it was as convenient. Like,
Yeah.
if you could choose, like, live in an apartment or live in a huge house with a perfect studio.
Wait, are we here? No. Where's
Well,
this? What's that? That's huge.
It's a barn,
That's a barn.
cow barn.
Fucking enormous.
This valley is a valley.
and there's so
that's-
many lights.
That's
It
the
looks like a town.
church. So if
Why
you
the
turn left over where the lorry is now, we would go to Gränna. So this is the long way
that's
around
where we are.
to Tranås.
Right. That's where we are. Okay, I know where we are now. It's so dark out. Hey, Bear, are you sleeping? No.
You're watching your show? We're soon there. Not a lot left. Yeah, I think the vibe, like, it's like we could outsource everything, and you would just get lyrics. You would lay them down in a vocal booth and close the door, and you're done, right? But what would you do with the rest of your time? Does it matter if it will be a better result and give you more money, or do you want to have a playful workspace where you have every instrument you desire, and you just go around, like, make a little sound here, make a little sound there, figure stuff out. And then you have producers come over and stay for a week, and like you come up with some stuff and you make stuff together. And on the music's short-term music streamers, but long-term musicians to come over and stay at the farm and just record stuff. Because I know you would enjoy working with Rage twice as much if he was in person.
Dude, so great.
So great.
Like he said, he's like, we would knock it out in a week. I'm like, yeah, we would. We could hang out, record every day, work every day. Like, so great.
I think we've been on the road for 2.5 hours, no? 3 hours? 7:30, 8:30.
Oh, we didn't leave until
5:30.
maybe 5 is when we kind of
After
left
the
preschool.
2 hours.
Yeah,
2.5.
2.5 hours.
Doesn't have to be that precise, I'm sorry. That's one of those, like, I could have just winged it and gone with a feeling. But then I went back and forth, and it becomes uninteresting to
Whoa.
me and to everyone.
Whoa.
No flashing, man.
Are you awake, chat? Oh.
Unless it's your tits, put it out.
Hello, Siri.
Oh.
Sorry.
Domestic abuse.
My intrusive thoughts
Lysica
one.
_ said, whoa, my eyes. Said, I'm driving Siri.
Sorry.
Are you driving Siri? I'm driving Siri too.
That's... Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't think it would be that bad. I was just being a little silly. I'm sorry, my intrusive thoughts won. I'll flash myself also as punishment. Oh, God, it's awful. Yeah, jeez. Oh. Oh, that was bad. Sorry, chat. Oh, God. I hated that. All right. That makes better, right? I'm not sure why that would help. Sparkling water, anyone?
Nej, vi har in Tranås.
Oh.
See you soon. Are we heading off here? No.
Sparkling water.
Yes. But not
Pear?
just now.
I'm excited for hot sandwiches.
Yes.
It just doesn't sound as good in English as varma mackor.
Oven pizzas? Mini pizzas? Oven...
You can't, that's not allowed apparently. If you call them mini pizzas, then people are offended.
I get that.
It is a sandwich with things on it and cheese. Whatever things you want to put on there, just like a pizza, but there's the cheese on top. And it's bread, not dough, so it's not a pizza, but I mean it's like the same
I'm on
ingredients.
A road trip too.
And you're not allowed to call it
Down
pizza.
another
It
place.
is
He
a
lives 300 plus kilometers away
hot
now.
sandwich.
We're extremely close, and driving so often is a pain in the ass now long.
Oh wow.
Lexikas_Naki said hello.
Hi, Naki.
How often do you drive to your
Naki.
How often do you drive to your brother? Does he also drive to you? Do you guys visit each
Long
other?
time no see.
It's been a day or
Good
two.
to see you, Naki. A day or two is so long.
No, it's probably been a week. Nah, no, not a full week.
Lucas said at least every 2 weeks hollow. Yeah, he visits me too.
It's so great that you guys have such a close relationship. That must be such a blessing in your life.
Close in everything but distance.
Yeah. Yeah, all of my...
Gotham_ said toasted sandwiches. Grilled sandwiches.
Grilled
fried
sandwiches sounds
cocoa
appropriate. That's a good one.
Yeah, like grilled cheese. But then that grilled cheese is always made
In a form.
in a frying pan or in a Foreman grill.
Always done in this or that. Well,
Yeah. People don't make grilled cheese in the oven. You make a grilled cheese in a Foreman grill.
they do.
Or in a frying pan.
Absolutely, they do.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Especially in those bread ovens. What do
That's
you call
not
it?
an
Toaster
oven.
ovens.
That's a toaster oven, not an oven.
Yeah, but it's the same thing, just smaller. Same with an air fryer. It's the same thing, but smaller.
No.
It is.
Anywho, I guess grilled sandwiches. We're having grilled sandwiches. But it's not a grill, it's an oven. We're having ovened sandwiches.
You're so stubborn.
But it doesn't sound right. They're not
My brother's
grilled. A
everything
grill
I
is a
have when it
grill.
comes to family. My best friend.
Oven
Family.
roasted sandwiches.
Since day one, laughing
Baked
face.
Are you
sandwiches?
close in age, Cookies?
Aw. Dude, that's so beautiful.
So sweet.
That is so sweet. Me and my siblings were
Disgustingly
always,
sweet.
we were always fighting. But I was really close to my little brother. Even though we were 4 years apart. He was my baby brother,
If
you
you
know?
have 6 right now, Ebba could have the 3-year older brother, younger brother.
2.5, you mean? No, wait.
It takes a
Oh,
while
wait,
for them
it
to
takes
up.
a while. You're saying they're not immediately?
No.
It just pops out?
get. No.
That's so inconvenient. It takes so long.
You can pull over.
Stop. I will flash you and not my tits. That'd be dangerous though, so I won't do it. I was
Both of those flashes would be dangerous.
Yeah.
One for my career,
one of
and
them
one
would
for
make-
our safety. I guess both of them for our safety.
You might crash. You might get some.
Yeah.
You might lose the blood flow to your brain. It's dangerous.
Oh shit.
He's 3 years older than you? Big brother.
Lexikas_Naki said when you were
Both
streaming
would make an
Farming
accident.
Simulator. Kukas said both would make an accident lol.
When are stream farming? Never. All you're doing now is gardening, cooking,
Surely in November I'll
building
start.
stuff.
Surely in November I'll start streaming Farming Sim again.
Why? Sorry, you're allowed to do that.
Please. No negativity is allowed.
Oh, I thought about your goals. Not like that I want to achieve, but that you want to achieve.
Lexikas_Naki said okay.
You have so many wonderful things you want to do. must be so weird. And like, so every little area has like so much use, and like you said, multi-purpose, and we have like our own handmade
Man, instead
furniture.
of building a gym,
handmade everything.
we can just like disperse sneakily hidden gym style equipment all throughout.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Like
I'd
a little
love that.
pull-up bar
Yes, please.
amongst some plants.
Please, I want a pull-up bar so bad. I have no place where I can do longer. It's way better for your back. It's so great. Plus, I want to do like not muscle ups, because then you'd have to have more ceiling space, but pull-ups at least.
You're short enough that you
Please
can do
make a
muscle-ups.
pull-up. No. What?
From your knees, maybe?
From my knees, yeah, but that's not the same. I mean, it would work, I guess. But yeah, pull-up bar, shit you can climb on, hang on, stretch on, all that shit. I'd love for you to make us, like, just buy metal pipes.
One argument I have about that is
He said, "Where are you going?"
there is a lot of perks of building an outdoor gym.
Outdoor.
But then you have to put
You have
on
to get
clothes.
dressed, and if it's
Take time.
snowy, you
can't
get
do it
wet.
naked.
You can't just do it spontaneously on your way to the pooper.
Dude, I love getting in like an
Never said
exercise or
pooper
two.
before.
I mean, I guess that is not really a 12-year-old's joke. To be 16, 14, 19.
Could be a 12-year-old's joke, to be honest.
These days.
Not these days. Kids have always been perverted.
Naughty little book. Yeah,
Kids-
12-year-olds get kids.
They're perverted.
Yeah, there's 12-year-olds who have babies. Which
Like,
is
I
wild.
honestly, no, I wasn't perverted until I was 14. 14 is
Oh,
at least
such a
when
difference.
Yeah, 12 and 14, huge fucking difference. Dude, that's like playing with Barbies versus
Being a
being Barbie. Yeah. For real, huge difference. So much happens between 12 and 14. Are you kidding me? Different world. Yeah, I started being perverted when I was 14. 15? Oh my god. 16? Jesus, I was a fiend.
You were ready to be impregnated.
Dude, I was sexing left and right. Well, not really, but
Please,
Yeah.
you're the mother of my child. Don't speak that way.
you were sexing left and right.
To have fantasies and to be
What?
sexing left and right are quite different.
Oh, I'm sorry for your
Don't-
loss. What?
I'm serious. I don't think it's appropriate.
Okay. I'm
Please
sorry.
respect.
I thought you were
Or
joking.
don't give a
I thought you were joking.
Yeah. That's acceptable.
You sounded joking too. I'm sorry that I made you.
I was trying to play it off as a
Oh, okay.
joke. To not make it so hard for you to accept my wishes.
But I didn't get it at all.
Nah, you kept laying on things.
I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Awkward interactions.
Dude, I didn't think it was awkward.
Okay.
I thought it was fun.
Yo, I've had fun too. Just not right now. Just kidding. Maybe the internet cut out.
Phase 0 said holy vitrig.
Couldn't hear any of it.
You're saved.
Holy bite rate. I guess if you put the phone in like a mirror mode, you could read it off the screen, off the windshield.
I guess.
Maybe not. Well,
I was upside down and backwards. That is very difficult. I have thick bar. Well, now I've read it, so that makes it easier because my brain remembers part of it. He's 3 years older than me. Okay, it's not that hard actually. Comes to. Okay, wait, it was hard. Family.
Phone works great.
Family. Oh. HUD.
With S speedometer.
Oh, speedometer HUD is amazing.
Oh, it's just upside down.
Yeah. If
I was trying to read it like it was backwards, then it's upside down. I was
If you
so
do this,
confused.
it's probably right side up, right? Like you read it.
Yes, but then it's backwards.
So you have to flip it.
So it's either upside down or backwards.
I have to go now, but I am gonna come back later.
That was harder. I don't know. My brain is tired. I'm tired now. That's exhausting. I mean, this is like our bedtime. So no wonder I'm tired. I'm like ready to fall asleep. Actually, I've been tired for like an hour. I think.
Have you butt clenched? Have your shoulder pulled back? Lift,
dude,
up?
I'm completely collapsed. I'm like a sack of potatoes.
Probably feels quite bad then.
My left knee hurts, but it's been hurting for a few days. Otherwise, pretty good.
Hell yeah! Are we there yet? Soon, actually, yeah. First, we gotta drive past Lysings urskog.
Yes. Isn't it Lysinge? No?
Can't
Lysings?
say I'm 100% confident, but I am fairly.
It's so cozy. I just love seeing people's houses. Gardens, and especially when you see them through the window, like the lights are on in the dark and they're sitting in their dinner table. That's so cozy. Oh, this road we used to drive on so often.
Very rarely, actually.
No, not this exact road, but
This
like
area.
the feeling of like driving between Hult and
Yeah, they're
Other
quite
side.
similar, but
this. It's sort of this area. We're coming up on what?
we are.
So like, not exactly this road, but like this area just takes me back to. We would drive to visit them so often because we lived so close. Then it was 30 minutes to go from Hult to Ödeshög. So it would be a 30-minute drive for us to go visit Ebbe's great-grandma and great-grandpa. Other Hult.
Yeah, where people are like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't see it. Is it the big White House? Oh, no, you're 8 kilometers the wrong way.
Wrong Hult. Yeah. And it takes me back to back when they would actually drive, or your granddad would drive. And it was so weird. There was someone driving by through Bråkulla in the same Volvo, same color, that green Volvo. And they even looked like your grandpa. Like, I only saw like a glimpse, and he looked so much like your grandpa. And my brain was like, what? It was so weird, because I was like, it just looked like him. It was an older man. And not just that it was an older man, but it was like, he looked really similar. So it was so weird. So I was like, oh, and there was such a flashback, like taken back to when he would drive to visit in that green Volvo. I mean, he still drives, but he doesn't drive that car anymore. And back in Hult, they would come driving down the driveway. That was a really special time of our lives, wasn't it? When we lived there. This is also a special time. Different, but I'll always cherish it when we lived there and got to have them so close by. becomes lysings. You're right. Half an hour, then you visit every other week. Becomes an hour. Maybe you visit once a month. 2 hours, you visit every couple months. And the further away, the less often you see each other. At least that's been my experience.
But if you know this, what I feel like you really want is that extended family.
Jose Javier Gut said, hey there.
And we have an extended family. It's just have a fika with Taika. Or you'd be streaming and then Amathara comes by and hang out a little bit.
Yeah.
After stream you have a decompressing walk with Fig.
Well, I think it could be fantastic.
Spike Hunter said, snowy HMM, I only visit some family in the summer. Too far.
Yeah.
How many hours does it take to travel, Mike?
To visit my side of the family, it takes us like 5 hours. Realistically, if Eb is with us, it takes us 6.
Accurate.
My parents
It
have
scales.
my parents have met Ebbe. They met him twice, like right when he was born,
Mm-hmm.
and then we were up there twice. It's 2.5, and they've met him 6 times. So yeah, about twice a year that we see each other.
No, at least 3 times.
Yeah.
Once when we had the dinner table, the big one, and once
Right.
when we
They
ate
came
on
and
the
we had
patio,
that big dinner when I made all the tapas and stuff.
and then once when I was asleep.
Yeah.
So 3
You're
times.
right.
at least.
3 times actually.
But distance really makes all the difference, which is why we need to live close to friends. Friends need to live close to us.
Friends
People, sell your houses and move
in with us.
Move in with us. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm just imagining like the kind of tech rooms me and Jack would have.
Leave your jobs and work for me. I can't pay you yet, but
Just imagine the tech dungeon we would have, chat.
it would be glorious, I'm sure.
Have spools of network cable. We also need to have some like workshop-minded people, so we can justify having like a like a Bridgeport machine, maybe even a CNC machine.
There are a lot of people in our community, like friends that we met through Twitch. Like I should just say friends. There are a lot of friends that I genuinely
farm.
yeah.
But everyone has their own house, so
Yeah.
they can feel private and it's not
Yeah.
intrusive, so they can feel really at home. And then having a lot of common areas
Yeah.
where it's like drop in, playful.
Yeah, you've got like the
You have a cinema room where you can book it if you want to be private, or like list on Discord like, hey, I want to watch this movie, who's down, and then you meet up.
yeah.
Stuff like that I want. But also for some people that don't want a house, we can have like a big old building that is converted into more like a hotel slash
Sort of like a student
apartment
dorm
style.
where you get your one apartment, but you have like
Yeah.
kitchens in common.
Yeah, or their own kitchen, but it's more of an apartment style than a house. Like if you want 40 square meters in basicness.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, it'd be great if it were people that were really into the same things, that also loved the thought of like growing your own stuff, connected to nature and the sort of stuff that we're into. It would be great if someone wanted to keep some chickens, feed everyone with eggs. Someone else takes care of the. So
Isn't it natural in the village that we complement each other?
one animal person, one one gardener. Yeah, because I mean, it's not that much harder to take care of 5 squash plants than one. You know?
Not at all.
And then you have 1 million squash. Like,
If you can feed more people, that means
Yeah.
you can have the tools to do it
yeah,
because you can afford it, right?
Yeah.
So it's probably less labor to feed
Yeah.
more than fewer.
Yeah. Per person, absolutely. The more.
Oh, absolutely, it goes down the more you are
Yeah.
in everything.
Yeah, absolutely. To basically like recreate what is lost in modern society,
Yeah.
where you don't
what a
have that
village
anymore.
used to be.
You don't have the village where you have like one butcher and you have one
Yeah.
farm that grows this food and like
And I'd
one
be down
tailor
for
and
pretty much any country. So if someone is like, I got this opportunity in Australia, I have this farm here, let's start this thing, I would do it. But since that opportunity hasn't presented itself, it will be in Sweden, as then we can create it ourselves. Since we're paying taxes in Sweden, this is where we're
New
starting.
Zealand is a fantastic place to have a
Hold your
permaculture
tits.
garden.
I was speaking.
Sorry. I shouldn't.
Since Sweden is the country we're building credit in, this is where we would create the opportunity for people to join us. But we're very open for suggestions. Now, talk about your kiwis.
My kiwis. I guess that is relevant. New Zealand is like an amazing climate to do permaculture gardens, food forests, because you can grow everything from tropical fruits to like you can grow so much there. It's just that sort of climate that you can have a food forest that feeds you all year round. Like that's not something that you can do really in Sweden. You can do different things in Sweden. Like you can grow different foods. Like you can have Brussels sprouts and spinach and a lot of different brassicas and green leafy vegetables. You can still grow in the
But
winter.
have you seen the forest in England? Trees grow so beautiful in England because it's not too
The
hot.
forest?
The forests in England, most beautiful in the world. That and like
Not really. I haven't
very precious. Like you can grow more food in Mexico than you can in Sweden. Would I want to live in that kind of climate where water is a scarcity?
Water's a scarcity in Mexico.
Absolutely. The Colorado River is drying up by the day.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because historically, the Colorado River took water from the Rocky Mountains and dispersed it throughout the valley and down in Mexico.
Yeah.
But with time, they open up cities along that river and they
then
take
they're
more and more
using
water, and
water.
then downstream is no water. So now there's like a controlling system where they have water.
Right,
It's,
right. We watched the video.
it's
on
huge. It's a huge problem.
that. Anyway.
That's how deserts are created.
Yeah.
Mexico might be a desert in 1,000 years. Wild. Anyhow, yes. Can I help you? As much as I would love to do New Zealand, America, Southern Europe, I think every place has like something
Yeah.
really unique and special with it.
I love Sweden.
I would probably not be so happy in the desert. I don't think Sahara is for me. But except from that, I would be happy in most climates.
I love that we get the snow.
Svalbard is more like a holiday destination. I wouldn't want to live there.
We get
3-4 months of no bright light, no light at all.
I think that we get just enough winter and just enough dark and then just enough of that Swedish super bright summers.
Yeah.
Like, I love that. Now, do I love that because that's all I've ever known? Maybe. Like, California is very cool. And it's warm all year round. Like, it's either mild or it's warm. You know? It's like summer or summer. That's pretty much it.
Summer or a lot of summer.
Or summer or a lot of summer. Like, I was there October and it was warm. That felt like Swedish summer in October. So, I mean, it gets like a little cooler, but so, I mean, that's nice in a way. And living further south means that the days are very similar all year round. Like, when the sun sets, like, the days are equally long.
Thanks for the follow.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks.
That alert is terrifying.
But it's like a Red Bull. It gets you going.
I don't want to get going.
It's now 8 o'clock.
Anyhow.
Oh, the sub alert is worse. I think the donation is the worst.
Thanks for the dono.
And I think chat, to extent, also gets scared by it. Chat, did you get scared by it?
Why do you take this off?
To give Ebba? Well, I guess I could give it with the car keys, but...
Oh. I see. Do you want to hold them in your pocket?
Isonoda _ said lol.
Book it. Okay, Biz yawning. First yawn. Within 5 minutes, he'll be asleep.
Yeah, we'll be there in 5 minutes.
I bet he'll fall asleep like right as we're rolling up. We normally go to bed around this time. Or like in half an hour from now.
It's 7 degrees above freezing.
What?
Yeah.
It's so warm. At 8? Spring is sprunging. Very soon. It will be sprung. It's so blue. Oh, no. Oh,
What is blue?
I'm blue. I get.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I mean? It becomes this feedback loop of blueness. Blueness.
Signs that Siri has been in a car for too long.
Dude, I'm so tired.
She's making up words. Blueness.
Bluity? But blueness is a word. It's like redness, yellowness, orangeness, blackness, whiteness.
My goodness.
My goodness. It's a word though.
Chat, it has been
Redness,
very
blueness.
cozy having you guys with us. I do think these trips are better with chat. What do you feel? You're too tired to speak. Shut the fuck up. What? Rudeness.
So rude.
So rude.
My rudeness. Why would you tell me? I didn't even say anything.
I said nothing.
The blame shall be yours to have. Farewell, Chad.
I think there's so many houses here in Ödeshög is really like super renovated, and an area like this could really fall apart just as quick as it could become something very special. And I
It's
think-
nice.
I think it's very nice as it is now.
Phase Zero said as long we don't distract the driving.
Wait, they don't have
They
the
don't.
camper?
I was equally surprised. Where are they gonna sleep?
Exactly. Maybe they have extra mattress, what do I know? I don't know.
No, man.
So see you tomorrow, Chad. On Siri stream. Maybe. Yes? No? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I told my community I was gonna stream tomorrow.
So we'll drive back tomorrow. Be live somewhere 3-4 p.m. And we might download the VOD so you can listen to it in the car and
Oh, that'd be great, actually.
stuff like that.
I'd really enjoy that.
Yeah, we can do that.
I was thinking of listening to it today, but then I was like, oh, but then your alerts and etc. etc.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a violin hanging in that window?
It's a music school.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Visagoda_ said bye.
Thank you for the sub before.